evolve and adapt in a way that might actually prepare them for hitting those lands, right? So that's always been one of these storylines here in NA Impact is who's the second team? And I think there's a few contenders for it this season, but we are going to dive right into the action and find out if Lumen can be one of those, because there's a lot up for grabs. There's a lot of opportunity, and Dallas is definitely somewhere you want to be if you want to represent the best of North American Impact.
You know, we weren't able to do our quick predictions, but you know, Darf, who do you think is going to be taking this best of 3? Yeah, it's a FlyQuest through and through here. I mean, this feels like a map veto tailored to them pretty well.
It does feel odd to give them the Anubis. I mean, we don't have that much information off of Lumen's map pool since bringing the 2 new players in. But it does feel like you're giving them comfort even on your map choice. Bomb's going to get planted very early on here. Retake set up here on the B site. And with all 10 players alive on both sides, we have the most unusual of things. A 5-on-5 pistol retake. Well, not any longer. Good aggressive move from FlyQuest to make sure they have something to defend from. Now with B-Main and Cave, this should be very strong for the defense. But you need to get the kills. Oh, so many body shots out here. Players are down on health. Sakura down to 1 HP. And Emmy and Marie are going to come in to finish off. It falls to Kira.
The new blood.
Gotta be stuck.
The new blood that has to get it.
See what you can do, kid. Not gonna be able to get this pistol. So we'll wait. We'll wait to see Kira. Just for the moment.
Would say that this is pretty much the most T-sided map in the pool right now. So Lumen picking this one straight at the gate, not letting FlyQuest picking it, putting a lot of trust into their CT side to be able to win this out. So, I mean, if they won that pistol, could be a little bit different, but it'll be a bit until we see their full buys here.
I'm looking at it actually. Looking at the last few matches for FlyQuest in the East North American Masters, they actually have been picking into Dust2 even when Anubis was available. So that might reflect some of the different mentality. You know, when you're changing leadership from Cowday back to Goose, you're changing the philosophies here. I'm very curious to sort of find out what the lessons were that were learned from that time with Cowday in the calling, and where they might be trying to change up some of the philosophies, some of the ideas, how they might be shifting, how Goose Breeder's mentality herself as an IGL has shifted after that time. But for now, they picked the wrong side to stack. The bomb's headed towards A. Marie is going to find out how many kills she can get against these pistols. 1, 2. Down for the ace.
Oh,
we're close to it. There it is.
There we go.
Welcome to North America, Marie.
Incredible entrance for her. I mean, wow, that's a way to get your ADR up in that 3rd round there. 336 for her. I mean, a great start nonetheless against an eco, but still no bodies dropped for FlyQuest. Just a little bit of damage to that armor here. Now Lumen having a bit more of a buy. They have the rifles and the utility. Not too crazy that you'd probably want on your CT side, but just have to see how they fare here pretty quickly.
The 3 FAMI, those new cheaper FAMASs.
FAMI.
That's my preferred plural.
They buffed it pretty well.
Reliable. They did. Those first 6 bullets on the spray feel kind of nice now.
Feels viable as a 2nd round. They kind of made the MP9 almost obsolete.
Nah.
I would think so.
It's still way too strong. But that's a nice aggressive maneuver. Flashbang sets off the A-main control. Vanessa down for the count. Now you've got something to fight off of. It's looking a lot better for Lumen. CT aggression is the name of the game here on this Anubis defense. Lumen show it early. I like this. They're getting proactive into B main. Okay, we've been rebuff cave. We know there's heavy presence there. Let's see if anybody's outside. Look at all this information now. You know you shut down A main. You know they're going to have to re-clear it. You know they're going to group for it. You're not so aware of what's going on in towards mid, but Scraft is going to come back to get this info. All right, here comes the exec.
Shots have to be clean here. Mac 10's running into sight. Goose Speeder able to find that first one. Now it's just FAMAS's on site trying to fight against these. And I don't know if you're going to be always winning that battle against a Mac 10 if Goose Speeder jumping at you. But nice clean spray from Emmy grabbing herself too. Slight peeks. I mean, they don't really have to over peek here. Goose Speeder trying to do all the damage, and she does. Grabs one. Oya left on site alone. Oh, that's a nice flick. Still 2 more players that have to clear.
Cheeky attempt at the smoke fade. Get retrieved in the clutch, but back turned Emmy further forward than she expected. Down she goes. The 3-0 established for FlyQuest. That one's going to feel bad if you're Lumen, because when you look back on it, they had the greatest macro ideas. They get the aggression in A main, they get the info out of cave, they get the B main control, and then sometimes you can have all the info in the world, but you still have to execute the mechanics. You still have to get the kills, you still have to get the duels. And at the end of the day, FlyQuest just overwhelmed them. Missed opportunity for Sakura there in heaven. Bit of an awkward exchange on that smoke fade. But FlyQuest, this is something that we know this team can do. If they get outfoxed in positions, sometimes they can just shoot their way out of it.
Now a cheeky stack in mid. Let's see how long this takes with the util kind of running it down. Goosebeard going to be the first one to look at this, and oh my gosh, too many people shooting at her. Did at least get one, but that's an AK picked up for the CTs.
Fast move though, straight to B. Yes, you're giving that rifle over. The question becomes for Lumen, do you want to risk what you've got? This round's in doubt. Or do you want to cut your losses, keep that AK up, circle the wagons, and live to fight another day? Armor on all these players as well. There's a lot of value here, but they are going to risk it. No kits. Time's going to be an issue here, Apples. But they're going to give it a shot.
FlyQuest so deep into their angle holding. They can hear the CTs coming through. They just have to hit their shots. BB with 2 through E-Box, and quickly that AK picked up is going to be making some money, but Vanessa right there in E-Box is able to fight them back. 4-0 Lumen. Kind of a interesting maneuver to go in there to try and grab that and not want that AK on the side of CT, but now going into the next round, they have the M4s. They have it up on Olya finally.
I don't mind it, because at the end of the day, you are going to have the full buy here, and it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't have to save the AKs, but you could even see the instincts from FlyQuest. It's the lack of the kit, right? Understandably, you don't have a kit. It's a half buy. It's a partial buy. Time is just so against you. As soon as that Molotov comes out, it's over, and everybody knows it's over. Still, we've got the AWP. Interestingly, no one picking up the new cheaper A4. Sticking on the silencers for now. Could be smoke spam city, and it seems like we're getting a straight up B play. Out towards fence, awkward here, and Sakura gets the better of one, looking for more, does so exactly, swaps to the AK. But can Emmy get away from this? No, straight into the fray, straight into the blender, and the faster B hit does not pay off for FlyQuest.
Yeah, just really good placement situations through that round for them. Doing a lot better. They're at least going to get themselves one here. I mean, you can get as many as you can through the smoke. But that nice shot at Emmy, incredible.
It was really nice awareness from Sakura. Just vision cleared just in the right neck of time for a player coming off smoke to get caught. And from there, catching the kill on towards Pizza. Everyone likes pizza. Be happy to have it. Okay, Vanessa pushes them back outside of A main, but doesn't want to hold on to the position herself. Wary of util coming back in as that HE clipped her wings just a little bit. Space is completely conceded in towards mid. If that's one thing we've seen early on from this Lumen side, it's that while they're going for these aggressive CT pushes elsewhere, they are likely to leave some gaps in towards mid. FlyQuest haven't really punished them for it yet, but it's something to keep an eye on for later on this smoke fade. That's a massive two-piece picked up from Daria. Now A is shut down as an option. You got aggressive outside of cave. You drop the bomb as well. There's nothing doing here for FlyQuest. There's no recovery. They've been picked apart.
It's like Lumen just now starting to warm up into the server. All the ideas that they had, all the right timings, right reads, coming into fruition for them.
This is a fight to keep an eye on, right? We've now seen 2 times where Daria's gotten the best of Vanessa on that A main fight. FlyQuest really want to play these solo boundary players on the T side and then give themselves the opportunity to move the pack around in towards mid. And if you can't consistently hold on to these positions, to A main in particular, that's just going to make life a lot more difficult to keep pressure up on the CT. So that's something to keep an eye on. Pressure on for Vanessa, certainly. Shots across the bow from Daria on the other side. And now the money's broken for FlyQuest. Now you've got a chance to build the CT side. And as you said, this is the most attack-sided map in the pool right now that we've got. So every single one of these rounds for Lumen is precious. Putting up the defensive smoke. Spots a little bit here. Don't want to commit to this fight. Deagle could be dangerous. There's a lot to lose here and stays alive. Gets around the corner. Still fight into this, but they are running her down. The burst fire from the Glock. Are you kidding me, Goose? AK now picked up, and now you've got this whole murder ball coming through middle. They're into CT. This is going to get very tenuous for the Lumen defenders, and the A players have not moved at all because they don't know which way it's coming yet. So they're trying to move out of A main and actually find themselves a place to defend from. That's going to allow the bomb plan, and this is going to be a tough retake. There's not a lot of utility here for Lumen. See if they can do it. Molotov down. Clock ticking. Kits available. But again, this is a situation where you might just want to cut your losses, but it's an eco. You don't want to give this up. They've not got the weaponry for it. The Glock's not finding the kills, but the AK certainly will. And now damaged up time is becoming an issue. The Glock connects for one more, and Emmy's just going to run this down. Kira, you got no chance. You got no clock. You're not getting away from this bomb, and you're not getting away from this round. An eco. Pistols, no armor picked up. A cheeky little boost in mid that doesn't even connect, and Glock kills light the way for FlyQuest Red to get back on the board. That is a bitter pill to swallow for Lumen. That is going to be so very tough. So, FlyQuest now with the economic advantage, with major pressure exerted on Lumen. It's another buy out, but they have to hold up this one. Otherwise, this half may just be going to the dogs. Scraft's going to get aggressive as a result of that, trying to take the initiative here, trying to take command. Can't quite catch Marie, but isolates her from her teammates. And now if this aggressive push can come in towards the site, this could get interesting. Bomb's getting planted, though, in the meantime, and they know there's still a player here at the carpets that they have to contend with. And with Marie as that potential backstab, as that thorn in their sides, they're a little tentative about how they want to go for it. But they'll use the nade to keep her at bay and just try and leave her alone. Isolate and prep. Player out towards Fountain. Don't think this was spotted either. They may not be aware, but they're ready. They're ready. Good awareness. Good trades so far. Marie needs to activate. Oya's walking out if they can deny this defuse. But the smoke's up. Shots aren't landing. And that bomb is diffused right under their nose. No survivors either for FlyQuest. So now money in a bit of a tough spot. That eco win's going to make it easier, but this is far from pretty. And Lumen are right back into it. We said it had to be the case. We said they had to get the kill. They had to get the round, and they do so. So big pressure valve reliever. Feel the steam as Lumen can exhale just a little bit. And now, meanwhile, we get the timeout coming through from FlyQuest. This was another one of the changes that came through from the FlyQuest Red roster, changing up the coaching staff. Munster leaving for other shores, and Sheikh Zula, who had been operating as their assistant coach for the last year and change, now stepping into the primary roster. An NA legend there, Sheikh Zula in his own rights. Perhaps best known recently for his time as the IGL of Bad News Bears. Known for teams such as Triumph and Singularity before that. Now in their ears as the coach. Trying to settle down the squad. Trying to get the back in the action with his hero rifle on Goosebreeder. Smoke's still up. As it fades, though, looks like they want to take some pressure in towards mid. You do have Marie there. There's a presence in B main, but with just a pistol, what are you going to be able to do? Oh, nothing. Gets a dink out, which, considering the ping, considering the pistol, is not bad, to say the least. But Scraft might just be feasting here with these unarmored players coming through. How many can you get? One might not be enough, but a clap from the op makes it a lot easier. And Bezdaria can follow it up with the final. That's a nice one from Ulya. Line him up. Knock him down. And Lumen close the gap to just 1. Welcome back, Apples.
So back.
So back. It's like you never left.
You know how the internet works and sometimes it doesn't, but so far, working pretty well for Lumen.
Is indeed. That's a nice opener, though. All back in the hands of Emmy. Things are getting interesting.
Nice flash out for B main just to clear some information here. Marie, though, gonna be the one to have to answer back to that.
Again, body's dropping in towards mid. Now you're into so much pressure. Bezdaria knows she has to get active just to give her team a chance at this retake. But you still got Vanessa waiting here. Oh, and the timing on this window peek. This could be brutal. Is someone watching? They are indeed, but still chaos. Pandemonium. That's going to remove your ability to even think about this retake realistically. And now the question is, are you getting out of this round with any guns whatsoever? The answer, a firm no. Vanessa denies that money. And so FlyQuest, they've allowed Lumen into this half, but now they're looking to stack the rounds to close.
Working very well for FlyQuest here. Able to just kind of shut down any entry points that the CTs could want to be able to enter into the site. Any retakes are saying no. FlyQuest have woken back up in the server. Now attack timeout coming from Lumen. I mean, playing pretty well. 4 rounds on CT side. Realistically, you want to make this an even half. Just to go into the next one. Feeling a bit better about yourself.
So half by out here, they can get the hero rifle for Kira, which is a nice show of faith. I mean, she had the money for it, but still nice to have the youngster with the big gun. We expect big things from this new name. But of course, there may be an adjustment period to this level of play. Don't really know what kind of competitive background she may have had, what kind of experience she's got. So, when the pressure's on, when the matches matter, in a whole different world. She's probably quick learning. Again, the aggression outside of A main is beautiful. Those flashes just annihilate. Vanessa never had a chance in that duel, and now FlyQuest have to be careful not to leave the bomb in a compromised position. They're going to try and accelerate. They're going to try and find the space in towards B main, but they weren't actually postured to go for it. And now Ulya getting close, hugging the smoke. Working with Kira on the other side. The hero rifle is here. Can they get any of these kills? Not just yet. Clear out into cave. That would have been huge. Ulya, well done. Holding on to this position denies the ability for FlyQuest to get comfortable in this post. And there's a double flank coming into B main. So the next key piece is Emmy. Emmy has to hold on to this space. And I don't think she realizes how far they've gotten. No, this is a disaster now. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to fight to. But Marie takes it back. 9 HP, desperation, trying to stay alive, trying to fight back into this, and they'll just get the defuse going as they run her down. No chance.
Yeah, they just did not allow them any space, any time to really get comfortable on there, on that post plant. Exactly what you said. It felt like they were just boxed in for the time being. I mean, Lumen, the perfect retake. Working it over aggress, waiting for that other team to activate, waiting for this lurk. Getting Emmy out early was such a peak point in that retake for them. Looking pretty good so far on CT side.
It's been, the strengths have been consistent here for Lumen. The CT aggression, in particular that A main fight, they've just had such a good time of it. When they get aggro, when they get the flashes out, FlyQuest have been caught in transition between positions here. They're not so sure of themselves, it seems, in how they want to handle that. Sometimes they're in, sometimes they're out. Frequently getting caught by the flashes on the timing there. I think that's really been the Achilles heel that has prevented FlyQuest from building momentum this half. Marie, now going to be challenged. Here's the other side of the map with the aggression. She gives it the slip.
Oh, that's where BBion's going to start activating. Trade, though. Information gathered. Feels
That
like
A-main aggression. No flash this time, though. They're just going in dry, but it still works out. It still works out again. A-main control is just a bear for FlyQuest to try and wrestle. And Lumen getting the best of them again and again and again here. The bomb's going to make a long journey around the world to try and get planted on B. And the one thing that's working for them is that with the lack of mid-control for Lumen, they're not at all confident in these rotates. They're not at all confident about where they're going to go. That smoke in camera has put the fear in them, and that should allow the bomb the chance to actually rotate in. They smoke it?
No smoke. Oh, smoking temple there is interesting.
That's such a big risk. It works. But now they're going to see why it was a problem. You planted for CT with no information about CT control. Tried to make an unorthodox maneuver. And it's going to have a pretty orthodox result. 6-all at the half. Phenomenal recovery here for Lumen. And they are fighting on a map choice of Anubis. Six all at the second half of play here between FlyQuest Red and Lumen. Some great maneuvers from the Lumen side. Some CT aggression coming through, getting them those precious 6 rounds. And now they got a real chance to impress us on their map pick of Anubis.
Oh, but quick aggression there from Marine. Not going to go the way of FlyQuest. Bezdaria grabbing Toon Scrap, making quick work up mid. Bomb making its way towards A, and now it's already a 2v5 post plant here for FlyQuest. A little hard to do it. However, they've spoken a kit. They got something. They got some time.
It's possible, but it's the same problem as the first half. It's that A main fight that is just causing you so many problems if you're FlyQuest red. Emmy at least get to pick off one, but still 4 targets to find. This one's going to take a little bit of a miracle.
Yeah, they've all taken into A main here. Just Olya gonna be the one. Try and see where the heads are coming. Slowly trying to clear every single angle. Oh, a little bit of a pop out there from Olya. No heads found. Just a little bit of damage onto Emmy. Oh, and she finds 2. Vanessa making it a little bit easier for her there. Finding 1. Now just Sakura left in the sight. But Lumen, sharpshooters are going to win this round. T's finding their first round win over here on the T side. Now 7-6. A bomb plant. Lots of money in the pockets. And lots of possibilities for them.
Yeah, it's looking great. It feels like FlyQuest went into that going, you know what frustrated us the whole time is those A main pushes. So we're gonna go, we're gonna double push out A main. We're gonna go for the space, and then Bezdaria just bop bop. No, you don't.
Nope. And that's what she was.
Quick little slap and back into the doldrums.
Yeah, this is something you always see from Goosebeard or Anubis CT side. If they lose a round, she's gonna force up, get a shotgun, see if she can make any money. It's her CT side Mac 10 basically. Nice.
It's a cheeky one. The only problem is if you have to fight anywhere but middle, but they will challenge in middle, so $900 in the bank for Goose.
She did her job. Now just for the rest of the team to do something else as well. To pick up that shotgun, but I don't really see much happening there. Olya catching a couple of CTs peeking out through the window. But Lumen, I feel they have the upper hand in this situation. They just got to go and clear out some sort of angle the CTs have not pushed themselves onto quite yet. Quiet in the home front so far. Emmy, though, could be able to catch a couple heads on their way through, but very nearly that timing perfect for Lumen as they stalk their way up through the E-box. Marie catching a bit of damage as the T's start to descend onto site. Bit of a missed smoke there. Could grant the CTs a little bit more viewing power, but Sakura is going to be the better of it. Now these fling has to activate. Emmy finding 1, not another. It's a shotgun in the Deagle, trying to save.
That doesn't feel good. You don't like having to save an XM.
Nope.
It was a force buy, to be fair, but it's just, I feel like there's no situation in the game of Counter-Strike where you're happy about saving an XM.
You don't like the XM?
I don't mind the XM.
Enjoyer?
I enjoy the XM, but the things that I employ at my level of gameplay should not be reflective of a professional game of counters.
I honestly cannot tell you the last time I bought an XM and it wasn't because I was just going hut on nuke. Like that, it's a gun that you really only buy in specific situations or instances here.
I've seen it used for the cave fight. I think it was Tanir playing over for Heroic Squad. My brain just full-forwarded there. Who was pushing out of cave on this map with the XM. But yes, it's unorthodox. The XM enjoyers are few and far between, but they tend to be full devotees.
Yeah.
Back in the day in NA, there was a player, Huynh, who would only buy an XM on Nuke CT side.
Do you have a stat track one?
I don't remember it, to be honest. I'm surprised I even remember that detail. Let's see. Cheeky in the smoke. Hold on, Emmy. It's gonna get weird.
Ooh, whoa.
Uh-oh. They're kissing in the smoke. Do they realize? Who realizes it first? Scrap knows what's going on and is prepared. It's again gonna be an XM save. And this is becoming a totem. And it's not a totem that FlyQuest Red are very happy to be carrying around.
Absolutely not. I mean, they could stand to just kind of poke in their heads just a little bit, see if they can just get a bit of damage, do something to Lumen here, maybe get $600 if you're able to find a head quicker. And they're able to shoot back. Flash out, nothing connecting. Goose Speeder left on site. Is she gonna try and pick the XM back up?
Threatening the Ninja, trying to get someone to die to bomb. And succeeding, at the very least. Giving up the kill reward still, but Bezdaria will not be bringing that Mach 10 forward. Not the worst punishment in the world. Oh no, you have to upgrade to an AK. But a tactical timeout used here. That's interesting timing to deploy that. I wonder what they're talking about. The op is definitely a possibility if they want it. Not the most impactful weapon on T side. But actually, Bezdaria is going to go back to the Mach 10. So to me, that says they're playing fast again. And the lean early on seems to be towards A main. So let's see if this is just a quick hitter in towards an A take. There's plenty of money.
Talked to a couple female teams, and a lot of pauses sometimes when you just don't really have a coach with you. If it's just you, could just be trying to gather information. I mean, FlyQuest with 2 interesting buys the last couple rounds. They're like, okay, Goose forced into an XM and they used it again. Let's see where their money is at. Let's see what they could be able to do and react after that. That could be the entire attack there. Deciding not to go into an op quite yet as well. Don't want to give that over to FlyQuest that early.
And he's back on it for the CT side. Smoke up, but do they go through it? No, they don't respect it. They don't respect it at all, and Vanessa gets caught swapping from that util and run on down. So Mach 10, very effective here. They wanted to play fast. They wanted to smash in the doors of this A site. And now with the bomb ticking away, this is where I know you want these rounds, FlyQuest, but discretion is the better part of valor at times. Gotta keep this buy alive. Takes an awkward bounce. That actually lets them a little bit further out. Bibion's going to look. See if she can get something to invite them back into this round. 2 players spotted. Neither one's looking. Bibi can't get the angle. Can't get the spot, but knows where they are. Now this is getting so chaotic. It's a massacre on site both ways. And there's still someone here. The comms. Where are the comms? Bibion saw both of these players, but her teammates had no clue they were there.
Oh, maybe expecting to clear them out herself, but dropping into sight. They were so easy to get them. Maybe just assuming that the other players saw it on the mini-map or just saw it in death cam or something there. That is a huge deficit there to FlyQuest in their communication. Saw 2 of the players. Could have changed the tides if she was able to clear them or just communicate, but Sakura was able to hide on site, get these kills onto the CTs. They weren't even looking at her. I mean, maybe she only saw 1, but we saw the X-ray. We saw that both of their legs were kind of poking out. So
yeah, I mean, it might have been a tunnel vision situation. Oh, that one's really going to sting, particularly for BBI. I think it's probably just a situation, Apples, where there's so much chaos. You have all these flashes going off. Everyone's brawling that even if she's calming it, her teammates may not be actually processing the information in time to react.
Yeah.
Because also, how do you call that specific spot? Okay, you call, there's one under. There's one under camera. There's one under heaven. Okay, well, we killed that one.
2 tucked, I guess? 2 tucked?
2?
In?
2 under heaven? Yeah.
2 under heaven, 2 tucked done.
I'm realizing I need more detailed callouts for those corners. I've never really seen 2 players hold in exactly that fashion, and clearly it caught FlyQuest off guard. But either way, I mean, the stage is set right now. The carpet is rolled out for a Lumen pretty substantial map 1 win here.
Absolutely. I mean, FlyQuest has to pull something out pretty quickly here. Bibi, though, with very early canal aggression. I love her placement here. Bezdaria trying to see a couple of these heads. That noise from the MP9 is going to give Bibion away. The most expensive rifle for FlyQuest is now dropped. Lumen start to descend. Eagles and 5.7s have to do a lot this round for FlyQuest if they want to make this a round win, but still, against 5 players, a sharpshooter like Oya on the op, it's going to be difficult for them. Quickly moving their way up through B main, bomb in hand, and it looks like FlyQuest have read the situation correctly. They've cleared through mid. They saw that they weren't coming A. They saw that they ran away once they got that pick onto BB, so they're all here. They're all ready. Util flying out from the T's. Vanessa has to be sharp. Has 1, has 2. Oh, not a third. Bezdaria able to shut that down, but still aiming through the smoke. Be able to find 1.
Lack of armor cost. Still, this could get weird. Doesn't. That bomb going down prevents the ability of the B main flank to really upset the round. It was a nice attempt. They stacked the right site. They had the numbers in the right place. Apples, you called it out. But at the end of the day, a stack made of tinder still will burn.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
This is the last hurrah. This is the last do. FlyQuest, what do you have for us? Because they really have not gotten stuck into the CT side at all. They haven't had anything to show us. Honestly, in the first half, even when Lumen were winning, they were the team taking more of the initiative, team showing us a lot of things. We liked a lot of what we were seeing. Just haven't had it from FlyQuest yet.
Ooh, I like that. Very close and personal. That's a first pick for FlyQuest that has not gone their way in a while. And now a second pick. Emmy holding that down. Missed smoke from the T's. You can see up on the top of the map and very slowly peeking. Oh yeah, gonna get caught out. That new offer here through the smoke. Kira and Sakura finding one apiece. All alone on this site. All the CTs are here. No bomb on this player. Just dropped inside. Just wait and see. What is FlyQuest gonna give them back? Oh, she finds the head. Dig down to 15 health.
Even without the round, the skills matter. Pressuring the economy, giving yourself a real chance at this 1 minute. Good read on the Molotov. Until out, trying to give the space, but Emmy on the line. Massive round from Emmy on that AWP. 3 big kills picked up. Draws the line in the sand, says we are not leaving this map without showing our defense. And it has been interesting to see this transition from Emmy into the op, right? Because Emmy playing as the entry so often for FlyQuest last season and last year overall. The player who's going in first, slamming their head against the wall and trying to break that wall down, you know, so often being a space creator and taking that ground. And that's Emmy's natural instinct. She can be a hyper-aggressive player, but as an opper, you have to pick and choose your fights so much more carefully. You can't be risking that gun unnecessarily. You have to be thinking about your battles, thinking about your angles. And we know Emmy's sharp mechanically, but it can be tough to retrain those instincts. And at least so far, it's showing off very nicely here on Anubis. She's definitely been the bright spot.
Shake has been great for that. Their coach, Sheikh Zula, teaching her how to op, teaching that different play style she has to adapt into. It's been incredible for her. Leading the charge on the FlyQuest side, 17 kills to her name. See if we're going to see another round like that. Last one from FlyQuest anytime soon here.
Eyes on the bomb.
Peek out with a flash.
It's left back in spawn. Kira has to defend that, and actually it's going to be Olya who goes back to reclaim, but FlyQuest don't press it. They don't press further out on that B main aggression. You can see the fear that it put in Lumen. They're so wary that this space has been taken, that it has been conceded, and maybe the threat, maybe the specter of that's enough, but Sakura is now punishing them for trying to get active outside of cave. Molotov on the swing. Another tag, though, and BB will not get out of that. So advantage Lumen as they look to find map point. And now they're coming back to this fight that has been such a problem for FlyQuest for so much of this map. Vanessa has to hold strong, gets one. The trade is there. Emmy on the line, attack on the hand. Oh, and the readjusting to the camera player now gives herself a chance to defend. The flick, though, can't land. And so it's going to be left to Goose in the clutch. You know, Goosebreed is no stranger to this. Creeping back in from A main. Will they expect the timing? Having just come from here, you can tell they're wary about camera, and at least at the moment, Lumen haven't focused their attention back around. So if Goosebreeder keeps pressing the envelope, but just misses it. Once they have this Heaven control now, it's so much easier, so much more confident to defend from, and they know they don't have the pressure. Molotov to set up the defuse, but is this a real risk? Full 5 second with the kit. Do they call her bluff? She's just trying to stick it. She's just trying to stick it, and she will get it away. Round stolen. FlyQuest keep fighting. There are no survivors, but they live to fight another day.
Great defensing from FlyQuest, having that in a main. Vanessa did her job there. Kind of space it out so Lumen wasn't able to just fully run into A. Put Goosebreeder in the right position to be able to get that lurk kill, that lurk win. And it all just comes down to timing. That is the name of the game. We're able to just stick on to that. I mean, if it was 5.5 seconds later, that would not have been a round win for FlyQuest. And Lumen, they have to realize FlyQuest have started to warm up. They have that attack timeout. 8 and 11. Could be able to close this out in 2 rounds, but right now their buy is looking a little interestingly put there. Tech 9s, 2 AKs. We had armor on a couple of them. FlyQuest looking a bit interesting themselves. Not enough to get full rifles, full util for everyone. They have to stick to those eco guns.
I want to take a moment. The new kid on Lumen, Kira, new player in, started off very slow, 3-6, 3-9, maybe even, has been on fire since then. Has really settled into this game, showing some serious impact, showing why they trust her with the rifles in these hero rifle situations. So that's exciting to see. Pretty quick adjustment here, and Sakura mowing players down with the Tech 9. Emmy can only get the one. And transfer over, so this bomb's going to be going down, and this is a lot of trouble for FlyQuest. And look at the bank. Specifically, the fact that they ain't got none. FlyQuest, do you risk it all? Or do you cut bait here? They're risking it. All the chips pushed into the center of the table, and at least for the moment, it's coming up Lumen. Need these kills, can't get them. Can't get them at all. Goose Breeder, this is too much of a clutch. You can't ninja this one. You gotta shoot your way out, and there's no reason for them to give her the fights. A 10-second defuse just not possible here. Map point found. Bank gone for FlyQuest. Lumen poised to take this over the line.
The sharp shooting. I keep saying that, but it's so sharp. These Tech 9s doing so much, especially for Sakura. A lot of these players on Lumen giving a performance of incredible performance of a game here. Just feels like the MP9 sprays are a little, not lazy, but just very hard done for FlyQuest. They don't feel as conjoined as we've seen them in previous seasons. Lumen have been doing a lot of work here. Now, it's match point. Map point here. Lumen could win this all in one round. They have the AKs. They have the utility to do it. FlyQuest, a bit of a broken bye for them. Oh, but that's that A-main aggression that they so need. Goose Breeder picking up 2. The Famai doing the work. Now Lumen playing at a deficit. Bomb not even picked up. Just trying to look for some space. Sakura quick through E-Box. Finding 2 for themselves. So quickly the tides have turned. The tides have changed for FlyQuest. This could be done.
It could indeed. And you got to feel for FlyQuest here. They finally solved the problem that's been such a thorn in their side all map long. They finally succeed on that A main push. They finally win that fight. And then instantly get deleted in cave. Bomb's going to go down. No chance for this save. Ebby, though, catches one slipping, but only the one, as Goose Breeder will not be able to join. So clutch required. Rifle can be retrieved. It's an AK as well. What goes up to try and isolate these fights? Util being deployed here effectively, but a swing on out. A 1-2! And the nade and the rifle are enough! Oh my goodness, Emmy assists herself in that one and gets the defuse done. The swing into the nade, that is a thing of beauty.
This goes to show, I mean, you wouldn't expect Emmy from 2 years ago when she first joined back with the FlyQuest Red Squad to be able to clutch up a game like that. She was more of a lurk player, not really one that you could count on getting the clutches, but she has really awoken recently. Now Goose Breeder back on IGL. She's been able to direct and kind of train her into something that's just incredible. FlyQuest, they granted themselves a little bit of leeway. Little bit of space that they could possibly bring this into OT.
Still a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, 3 more round wins, 3 more rounds of clutches or just full aggression through this A main. And Lumen, I mean, they proved them wrong time and time again. They finally got it right that last round with that Goose Breeder aggression.
Oh, wow. Goose down to 1. 1 HP. Vanessa not looking a whole lot better. That spam is costly. It's going to be unconfirmed damage, but they've lost cave. Here's Sakura taking a space. They know that that's been conceded. And this is where you'd like to see a Bibion step up. She's been suspiciously quiet here. A key piece for this roster. The tag on, but both will fall for the Scythe of Scraft. Emmy's got to do it all. Got to be the hero here again and again and again. Braves the Molotov to get into position, but now mollied out will have to allow that bomb to slip out.
This angle to hold and be beyond. This peak.
It's disjointed. Sakura's not close enough to be able to help a teammate out. 25 seconds, and now that bomb is down, and Sakura is so disjointed here. Totally unable to link up. Down to half health. Peeking back in. The nade timing is brutal. Gonna be able to answer back on the
back.
HE. Goodbye, baby. There's just not enough time here, and keeping the AK up going to be the better decision for Sakura. So backs away. Another impact round for Emmy. Just when it looks like they're sealed out of this map, she clings to it and claws them back in.
It's really been the individuals to stand up on FlyQuest to be able to get these round wins. Emmy looking so good right now on the op. Being just so impactful here. Beyond
It does.
taking the initiative to go ahead.
It feels like if she could get a teammate to come along with her in some of these rounds, it'd be so much more comfortable for FlyQuest, right?
Yeah.
Just we've seen so many moments where it feels like you're getting bulldozered by these fast stacks out, and then they're having to claw back impossible player down situations. It's stunningly impressive that they've been able to win this many situations, but they're playing every round from behind, and it's life's easier when you don't do that. Shockingly, life will be a lot easier if you don't do that.
That's what you're always trying to do on CT, is just stay in front of your opponents. Feels like they've been playing catch up, and they've been able to really answer back here, but just comes to show maybe once in a while Lumen haven't been able to prove them wrong. Prove them that they have the better positioning, better timing, better maneuvering around the map, but it's a hero rifle on Sakura this round. Hail Mary thrown at the wind. Incredible though. Oh, but quickly, Emmy shutting that down, shutting down anything that they could hope of a push through here quietly. They have to make a little bit of noise through mid if they want to.
Util to get her out of this, so they're gonna fight forward actually. That's not a bad idea, but now Emmy's stuck in the corner with it. Shotgun off, and here we go. Leaves it all to Sakura, but we know what Sakura can do, and Sakura's already found 3. This would be the ace to close it. But 27 kills already to her name. Don't say she can't. Bomb on her belt. Time enough, and space to maneuver. As both players from FlyQuest go around, but she's looking the wrong way. And so we come to the precipice all the way, the full distance in this map. One more. Will Lumen close, or will FlyQuest live to fight another day?
I mean, really depends on how Emmy is going to position her op. She has been the player that is getting the opening ones, the opening seconds, the opening thirds, and sometimes Vanessa and Goosebreed are there, just like in last round. They got a lot of mid presence. That CT side. Lots of chained flashes out there through A main. They are taking it aggressively. That smoke, though, is gonna... Well, any mysteries for Lumen? A little bit harder for them to push out. Just need anything explosive, any explosive entry like they have in any of the rounds that they've won on their T side. Just one more time. Sakura is so close in E-box, though. Just making Marie worried here on B site.
It's been such a nightmare out of this. Such a challenge for them to solve. Got the added disadvantage in these fights, of course, of Marie playing on the high ping. Makes getting swung on a bit of a nightmare. We got Goosebreeder here to reinforce. So 3 players into the B fight. They're ready for this. They got the bodies in the right place, and Marie will put down the heavy hitter. Flashbangs in are lethal, and Goose, they've done enough. Bezdaria, it's desperate, but it's not happening. FlyQuest Red somehow, some way, have gritted this out and gotten us into overtime.
Wow. They are not losing their first map on their first series without answering back everything that they can, especially on the CT side. I mean, I've been seeing it in their league games. It feels like their CT sides on a lot of maps are a lot stronger sometimes to their Ts.
But here's the
That
thing,
just made
Apples. I think if we look at the macro of that half, I still don't like the weight of it for FlyQuest, right? The number of rounds they're winning off of clutches, off of player down situations. I think this is one where you're going to be kicking yourself if you're Lumen, because you know that should have been yours. You know you should have had this in the bag. And instead it slipped right out. BB has now gotten a kill despite being compromised, despite being flashed upon. Oh, Vanessa. Vanessa, I think, might have been spotted slipping around that door. Scraft, you want to go through this? Is there a flashbang to set her up? This could be lethal, but Vanessa's actually slipped away. Instead, they've gone to stack in towards B. It's just Vanessa here with an EA presence. And with a lot of utility spent on this site, might be sounding the alarm bells for her teammates to get back in to try and help out. But do they want to risk the temple smoke? For the moment, it seems no, and that's going to allow Lumen to set up forward defensive positions. Vanessa, though, can she punish? To the tune of 1, yes, sets up the trade as well. So now player advantage on for FlyQuest. That's up to Daria and Oya.
Getting so aggressive here.
Oh, they line up! And they get knocked down. There's the Bibion we know.
Oh, that was so aggressive from Lumen there. They just wanted to clean out CT pool as quickly as they could. Or a CT sewer. Like, they did not want to have to just wait on site, wait for FlyQuest to enter in. They're like, all right, we can swing them. We're better. I mean, they got one, not a second. BB able to just mow them down. Grab it. Now, FlyQuest finally at a round advantage against Lumen, 13 and 12, and it happens in OT for them. Early mid-aggression here from Goose Speeder. Going to crazy and just, you know, looking out through canals, seeing if any T's have pushed up quite yet. But Lumen, they want to play this smart. They want to play this slow. Waiting for this aggression is what they need.
Wow. Talk about calling your shot. I don't know whether there was something heard, some sort of audio cue that made BB think there was a player in the corner, but they certainly weren't taking any chances. The problem is with that drop down, with that spam, it's a good read from Lumen saying, hey, if Goose is jumping out the window, then maybe there's no one in mid. Absolutely correct. So once again, it's pressure on towards the A site, but Marie has already started this fast rotation, so they'll have the numbers here. And actually, Lumen might have gone a little bit too slow on this. That makes life a lot easier. Spam on through. Vanessa trying to play the cheeky angle in the smoke, and now Emmy overwhelmed.
Lumen are running at them. Oh, they're clearing it out now. They cleared out under Evan. Nice molly and a nice nade. Trading out BB on with these nice shots. Finding 2. Now it's just all down to her. 1v2 BB. Will she find it? She finds 1. Sakura left on site.
Clear. Switch the sidearm. Not enough. Oh, a battle of the Titans here. And it's Sakura who walks away. BB on for such a slow start on this map has been a nightmare here in OT so far. Could happen. But it's not to be. This space taking was lethal. You're absolutely right that Lumen is just giving no quarter. They want to get right up in your face and brawl early and not give yourselves a chance to breathe, to think, to rotate. But a timeout's going to be called here, and that's Lumen trying to get their ducks in a row. Burning their OT half. Timeout. Well, OT period timeout. How would you describe that? OT period?
OT section? OT half? Well,
but you only get one for both halves, right?
Yeah,
Period? Chunk?
Yeah, OT chunk. I like chunk.
OT chunk. OT chunk. We'll call it the chunk timeout. The chunk out. They have burned their chunk out. And now the question becomes, what plan have they drawn out? The chunk out.
Smoke and util out. Emmy not getting allowed early eyes, but that nade could have been lethal. But that shot had landed. Scrap now pushed up so close. Is able to kind of escape, get another sight line onto that mid fight, but so far Lumen giving too much information out to FlyQuest, and they're only just now starting to battle the extremities.
Yeah, here's the problem for FlyQuest. They've got no info. They have no info. They're not getting aggressive on B. They took the slimmest of little peeks in towards middle, or sorry, in towards A main. But now, okay, getting active in mid. That smoke came up towards Temple, but you know, there's no one here in middle. So how are you reading this? This is a fake for the A side. Typically, there's a spot. Goose getting active here, trying to cross back over, but they haven't figured it out. They haven't put it together. And now it's big pressure onto these B players. Marie has to stand strong. 110 pinger. No, it's not happening. Headshot on. Player advantage again for Lumen. And the bomb down. FlyQuest, they got the breadcrumbs, but they couldn't put together the clues. Now they find themselves again in an improbable retake situation. They pull off so many of these in regulation. Can they do it again? Smoke's going to make this a lot easier. Section off that B main player. And actually, there's two of them. So if you can get onto the stick, you can provide a lot of pressure. There's no nades to pop this smoke. It's going to be blind fire. Hope they know their lineups. And a fight towards Cave to try and give themselves the space. Sakura down. As Daria, though, will not be allowing you to get on that stick. It's an advantage for Lumen. And once again, FlyQuest playing from behind.
It feels like FlyQuest just keep answering back the way that they think that they need to, but Lumen, a new team, new discoveries from them.
I think it's
new
time
protocols.
to get Bailey on the mic there.
It's time to get Bailey on the mic.
Pep talk. Bailey, if you're not aware, is the dog in the background here. And if Bailey could give a little pep talk, get everyone plugged in for the second period of overtime, I think FlyQuest could use it.
Always need to pump up from the dogs. It's my cat screaming at me in the background whenever I cast.
I made the mistake. I'm wearing a black sweatshirt. I made the mistake of picking up my very white fluffy cat before broadcast. And now it's not a very black sweatshirt. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes. What do you think about RGB
roller?
microphones? I do. I didn't have enough time.
What do I think about RGB microphones? I mean, I think I had one when I first started casting.
Okay.
Then everyone said, hey, that's a bad microphone. Get a new one. They look cool, though. I mean, they look great. If you're not...
better audio.
I mean, kind of what you have to do. Gotta make the audio crisp. Good sounding. I mean, they look cool. They look swag.
They do that.
Did you ever have one?
I didn't have this particular one. This was, I think that particular RGB microphone came around after my starter period. I'm old. I've been doing this a minute, Apples. So
really?
My first one was the good old Yeti that so many people have started with.
Oh,
Not a great microphone, but a very robust microphone. So
it's definitely there. It definitely picks up sound.
It does, and it's pretty foolproof to use. So that was the start of my journey. And many microphones later, I now have the classic SM7B.
I think I have the baby version of that.
Yes, the USB one.
No,
nice.
it's still XLR, but
okay. Kira, whatever she's attached with, XLR or USB. It's frags coming down the pipe. And this is what we want to see from a new name in the Impact League. We want to see fireworks. We want to see firepower. We want to see explosive play. Speaking of explosive play, Oli is going to look to manufacture some of her own. Anticipates Molotov, gets out of there. Gets the information, but they're not ready for the heavy peak. Still doesn't connect. And, ooh, tagged up. Got to avoid being fragged up, but the Molotov will make sure that this bomb is going down. And that there's nothing that Lumen can do about this. FlyQuest hit the quick tempo breaker coming out of the half. And now it's Lumen on the outside looking in.
A little bit of a restructuring of the retake here. Only a very, very far back in Beach. Vanessa with a nice flash. Is going to dodge this, though, and Bide one. Vanessa quickly traded, but Bezdaria has made her way through camera. Molly out on that T player. Vanessa can't push through this unless she wants to burn down. See if that smoke in the kit will do anything.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, she didn't know where the bomb was. And that's the problem with fighting that far off of the site. You can see the idea there for FlyQuest. They're saying we know where one player is. We know that player is isolated. So let's go fight them, try and bully them down while they're alone before their teammate can get here and they can do whatever their plan is on the retake. But the problem is Vanessa gets so far off the site that she loses track of where that bomb's planted. And it was a little bit of an unorthodox spot, just a little bit wide of the cake. Smoke covers it off, but the smoke's a little bit wide and she does not realize. That's a really tough way to surrender a map point. That should have been yours in hand. But a cheeky defuse gets the best of you. Maybe revenge for Goose Breeders Ninja. But now FlyQuest again trying to claw back a game in a really tough spot. Can they bring us to a second overtime, or are Lumen finally going to be closing that? No?
Done it once. Does lightning strike twice?
Let me think so. And Marie will follow it up. That's a really nice setup to punish the aggression out from Lumen. But here we get that A-made push. It was such a problem. Can Vanessa handle it this time? The passer. The passer. She has no idea. Does Goose check this? Goose is aware. Goose is aware. And unpunished for it. This is massive now. Goose just trying to stay alive. Trying to section out these players. Doing so. The Molotov nearly finishes off. Bezdaria and Olya pressured up on the site. Will get one. This makes this more possible. Gotta be wary of the flank. Oh, but Emmy missing that shot. Gives another chance over. Still, they know where they can defend from. Olya fighting for it. They just brawl with this AWP, but utility out at the wrong moment here for Bibian. And Vanessa is working her way in towards the cave. Still, time is on their side for FlyQuest.
Olya needs to be active here.
The fight. She's got a player on the angle. First shot misses, and that's the only one she's going to get. Bezdaria does not have the health for this, and indeed, the spray will silence her. One more round, Apples. One more round's all they need.
One more round's all they need to win this or to bring it into another OT. And what more could you expect from FlyQuest? They're not going to sit back here. They are answering back as much as they can. Lumen, however, is doing incredible. Kira, the 3-piece at 2 rounds ago, able to open it up for them for that round win. And FlyQuest able to answer back here. A nice B take. Down here. Both teams, ample util, ample rifles. Who's going to be able to get the picks first? Who's going to be able to see them through their sights? Olya very close up. Marie, knowledgeable of this. Awaiting nice nade damage onto Vanessa pretty early on. Shutting down any leeway that FlyQuest could get into these extremities of the sites. Flash to clear. Nothing too close up. Just laying in wait in this smoke. I like the way Lumen have kind of just given up mid towards FlyQuest here. Marie, though, with a nice spray, is going to get traded here, but Goose Breeder there not to make it any more of a deficit. 4v3.
Cover off Olya's angles. Now they got the space. Molotov. She's committing. She's burning. Has to back away now. Glass cannon as well, so very fragile for this fight. Vanessa can shut this round down right here, right now, but can't get the kills. So now they know where these two players are coming from. They know where all the pieces are on the board for Lumen. And Scraft is the first to be peeled away. Information on the side of FlyQuest. Numbers now as well. It's working out for them. Attack on Olya and Goose Breeder to finish. It all falls to Bezdaria. And it's not going to happen. We're going again. We're going for another chunk of OT. Another spin around the world of Anubis.
Around the world. I mean, both these teams love the map. They just don't want to shut it down quite yet.
You know, I was doing a cheeky bit of streaming today. Someone popped in my chat and said, I had a main game against FlyQuest Red last week, and they took us to 4 OTs, so hopefully they won't do that again. Turns out, maybe they will.
No, I casted that one. Great.
That's a lot of overtime.
Oh, yeah.
I think this might be an addiction for FlyQuest. We need to talk to them about this. And we tag up the trades there. Vanessa, though, again, this is the difference between regulation and overtime is these aggressive moves from Lumen. They're coming out of it with a numbers disadvantage. FlyQuest have adapted and adjusted, and they're getting the punishes they need now.
Mid. Nice flash.
Beautiful kill.
Ooh.
Traded, but that's information now. They know there's maximum one on either of these sites. Do FlyQuest accelerate into the take? There's still Olya. Olya has been a thorn in their side on these B takes, but she's nowhere close. She is not at home right now. They have found her out. And so it's time for FlyQuest to move on in.
Gambled the wrong site, but I like that they're sticking together. CTs aren't splitting up. They're keeping their firearms side by side here. Bomb getting planted. Vastaria peeking in through Temple. Is going to be able to find one. Trying to make it a second. That's a lot of information for Olya. Still the util on their side, but it's missed. That Molly going into the CTs. That's going to cut Olya off and give BB on the way to get a two-piece. FlyQuest finding the first one. That second half of OT. Now 16-15 for them.
And now they've really messed up. They've let Bibian play into form. Was really having an uncharacteristically quiet map for a whole lot of that. Especially, I mean, the first half and regulation as well in the second. But now we're seeing the impact Bibian that we expect in this roster that has been here ever since she joined so many years ago. And now you've got two heavy hitters chiming in Emmy and Bibian. Marie's doing a great job of punishing this B main aggression. This is a FlyQuest that's come alive, and Lumen are having trouble putting the genie back in the bottle. The tricks they had before, they're not working now, and we don't seem to have the adaptation coming through from Lumen. So what are they going to do?
Feels like they haven't gone back to their old tricks. Now finally double clearing in through E-Box. Neon still in this same spot she's been in. Making it so hard for a CT to be able to finish her off. Chunk of damage with that nade.
Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. No awareness in towards middle. They didn't know that it had been given up. Marie gets caught. So now this is a really weird situation where the bomb's nervous about moving. Goose does not want to get caught out. And so Bibian comes back to help, but Goose will just shoot her way out. Doesn't need an escort. She'll do it all herself. And if they can make their way in towards A, this is over. I don't know how much they realize was posted up on towards B. Sakura has been playing them most of the time, so they might have a decent idea. Now these kills out from Emmy. She's deploying the util. She will get caught. That makes it a little bit easier on the retake for these numbers, but the bomb needs to be planted, and Goose is going to do exactly that.
Perfect place to plant as well. CT's double retake from A main. Now they're taking heaven. They're taking the high ground against them. Flash in. Blind her just a little bit. No T's in sight. Kira just trying to do a little bit of damage onto Bibian. Smoke goes down. They do have a kit in play. A nice shot onto Goose Breeder. Now just have to fight a couple more, but BB's able to just mow him down. Able to grab those last two kills. Now 17 rounds for them, 2 in OT. They've been playing a lot better. Just like you said, Bibian has been able to activate in this OT. She was a little quiet through regulation, and now she is here. She is playing what she needs to be playing and being that impact fragger on the rifle. Emmy playing exactly how she needs to on the op, and all the other pieces are falling into place for FlyQuest.
Yeah, it's something that you definitely need for this FlyQuest team to function, right? So much of who they are as an identity flows through Bibian. She's been the star player for this team through different iterations of the roster. And so when she's hitting, that's the example the rest follow. Good to see. Lumen have been whapped on the nose of this CT aggression. Whapped on the nose with the newspaper, and Vanessa's going to do exactly that again. Get the better of them on the setup. Clear up Bezdaria, who is such a boogeyman. And regulation now completely dispelled here as FlyQuest look to put together the clean T half of OT.
It's really what they need here. The CT side, they were able to fight through it. The regulation.
Are they going to do this? Are they going to go around the corner? Playing EP flash on the other side. Thinks better of it. Gets the smoke down. And that might just be in the nick of time, right? Because FlyQuest were looking to just come through this. The drop down without the awareness. Gets caught off. Kira's still here by the pillar, though. And Kira's still shooting. But the last one alive. It's not going to happen. 18 on the board. 3 in a row for FlyQuest. And now they have fought back. They have clawed their way into this. They get their own chance to close. How many map points have we had here for Lumen? Unable to put this team away. And I think they're going to regret it now.
I mean, still incredible playing from Lumen. They've been doing so well together. I feel like it's a lot more aggressive, a lot more active than we've seen them in previous iterations. These new additions, Kira has just been a thorn in the side of FlyQuest, and they've just figured out how to shut them down. It's team plays, it's team util, the flashes through. They're just letting A main rest. They're not even giving them the fights. That's what's winning it here. Not letting them pick them off one by one, going in as teams. And that CT side is just so hard to retake when you only have 2 players left and the bomb site is completely taken over by the Ts.
It is a universal fact of Counter-Strike that hardest round to win is the last one.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is been for FlyQuest. Sometimes they just make it to 11, they make it to 12, and it's hard for them to close it out. But so far, they've been the team on the other side that's making it hard for Lumen to close it out.
Well, let's see what Lumen's made of. We've seen them unable to close the lead. Now they've got to do a little bit of a comeback of their own. They have it in them. Oh, that nade. The timing is brutal. Somehow, Vanessa and Goose get away with this. Not just get away with it, but thrive on the kills. And Bibian edging the smoke. Catch a critical one. Scraft and Olio watching this map slip down the drain. Trying to scrabble at it. Drag it back up into the realm of possibility, but it's going to take heroics. There's no op for Olio. It's the AK that's got to do it. The heavy hitters are out. Sakura is gone. It's just these two.
Oh, Emmy is watching this a line of sight of the walk through mid for Olio with the bomb. Scrap, nice shots onto sight. 2 cleaned out. Just one more in pillar she has to think about. Bibian.
That's, I mean, simply unbelievable that in that triangle setup, she managed to get this close. Bibian's elbow, just a little lack of awareness there, right? Staying a little bit too wide, gets tagged up, and that baits the others into the peak. And I mean, Scrapped with an incredible punish. There's no way they should have got to this position. It's still an advantage for FlyQuest, and they've completely conceded the possibility of the A plant. I don't blame them for this. They're avoiding getting overwhelmed on B. They're avoiding losing the stack. They'll play the retake if they need to. But suddenly, where there should have been no life, no possibility whatsoever, Lumen have got a real chance. And they're going to get this bomb planted. They're going to be able to play from the post. And we've seen before, FlyQuest have issues with these retakes. Vanessa, for the moment, is isolated. Does Scraft want to fight into her? Scraft is low. Remember, Olya going to link up. They'll play together. And Vanessa coming in late. They might think this is clear. How far do they take this? Scraft turning back. Oh, man. Vanessa might have just waited just enough. And there it is. The healthy player done. Doesn't have info on the next just yet. But here's the spot. Here's the shot. And it's all over. FlyQuest. It took 2 periods of overtime. But they're flawless in the second. And a 19-15 close. Some words of celebration there out for the troops. What a comeback. What resilience coming through here, Apples.
Yeah, they're not quite losing a map yet in this series. They still have 2 more possible to go into. Lumen giving them a fight worth it. Like, that was incredible from Lumen. They forced them into 2 OTs, and that's not something you really see. But honestly, how much of that can you really do on Dust2? You have to be able to chain your flashes over towards long, but if the CTs are already there, if they're already not blinded, they're playing anti, could be a little difficult. But FlyQuest, they've been playing this map a lot in their league season, so we'll just have to see how much work Lumen have done on it. Let it through into the veto, so they must have a little bit of a feel on here.
It's a B-Rush. Yeah, the most classic play in Counter-Strike. There are 3 players here ready to receive them. And Kira starting off strong here. The new young gun. Finding the headshots required. 2 players in towards the window. This gets very awkward indeed. And Kira, the ace. Oh my goodness, Kira. What was that? You want B? Good luck.
Okay, well, I guess you just can't just rush B of your FlyQuest red on pistol here. Hero with an incredible first round ace. What a way to start this off. Lumen answering back all the haters, answering back my doubts here, saying, all right, nope, we're going to try and start this off as strong as we can. Strong, they do it. Nice ace on Kira. FlyQuest not slowing it down, though. They're trying to rush Cat here. They have a flash to their name, but Kira, same young gun as before, is only able to grant herself 1. These Glocks doing a lot of damage, though. Down to only 3 players. Just want a bomb plant here. Round win would be nice.
On Anubis, it happens. Emmy, though, 1v3 with the Glock. Okay, Pogo Stick, no chance. Not happening here. There's no way we're losing 2 of those. Still, bomb plant, couple kills. Considering the investment of the round, this is a success for FlyQuest. It's giving themselves a really good chance to compete in this next one. So with those limitations of the 3 FAMI, how are you going to adjust to that Lumen? You're going to get the op out onto Olya early. Ooh. This is going to be a focal point into the round. This is the big gun here. How do they deploy Olya? What spawn she got? Is it long spawn? Long spawn for Olya? Can we check Olya?
Ooh, it's
long
like
spawn, but not going long. Okay. Didn't want it. Bibion's got the space. Bibion's got the space. Bibion the terror! One found, second as well. This is the Bibion we expected from the jump on Anubis. And now that they let her warm up by giving her a cheeky 33 rounds, 34 rounds of play.
Just about.
Might regret that.
That's math. 33? 18 plus 15? Yeah, that's 33.
I know all the reasons we went to MR12, and it's correct, and it's good, and it's definitely better for the game. But a 30-round game still feels right. When we get 1 period of overtime at least, that's still when the game feels right. They're just rarer now. They're precious things, those 30-plus round games.
Lumen are so pushed up.
This is wild. This is wild.
Yeah.
At what point does Goose... Oh, well, now Goose is giving herself away with the utility, and she has no idea the players are here. So, don't leave that bomb. Don't leave that bomb at dumpster. Whatever you're doing, you've got the site for free. You just can't lose the C4. It's crazy to push all 3 on this. And there's... I mean, FlyQuest just didn't expect it at all, but being so out of position like this now, how much do you want to risk it?
Like they're going for it. Smoked out, though. Away for this. No counter utility for FlyQuest. Just a molly on Emmy. She's a little too far away to do anything disastrous with that. Molly out for Goose. Molly on to Sai. Is going to push out Vanessa. Killed. Sakura very quickly pushing herself onto site. Bibion, though, in a nice position to grant herself a little bit of damage. Marie trying to do her best, but Emmy, long range, has to do a 1v1. She can't find the bomb. Oh. She gonna lose that.
Survives at least with the AWP. Can't find the round, but maybe this saving grace is that by not finding the bomb, Emmy didn't land the shot. The Krieg didn't find Helm.
Yep, still in hand.
The Krieg's still in hand as well.
Call it a walking up.
Do you?
No. I'm not a Krieg enjoyer. Maybe I'm crazy.
You got to go back to the Krieg meta. What was that? 2018? What was the Krieg meta?
I think I was just like playing Civ 2018. I didn't even know about Counter-Strike.
It was a strange time, the Krieg and AUG meta. It was a very silly time. Sakura. This could get interesting. There's a flash to get her over the lip. Kira's holding that. Let's rifle out for the moment. FlyQuest? They don't know. They don't know, but now they know. And now they've got the kills as well. They expect a second player in this position. Should be okay. This is getting expensive. Oh, Scrapped with a 5-7 impact here. 2 kills found. Player top mid drops the bomb as well. So now that's in her control. And this is a problem for FlyQuest. They got to battle back. They've got 1 more smoke. And it's looking likely they're going to have to commit that smoke just to clearing one of these sight lines. They're taking a big risk here. Even the space they're just taking. Maybe beyond clearing out the doors, making sure they're not going to get quickly peeked upon. 35 seconds. It's going to become a problem here just on the clock alone. Great angle. Very cheeky. And harassment damage here from the 5-7 is huge because it sets up these players on Cat. And it all falls to Bibion. Has to bail them out of a terrible situation. Smoke at least to allow the plant most likely. Indeed, we'll be able to get those numbers punched in, but the retake's going to be here, and there's 3 players on it. They're all coming from the same side. Bibion strikes the first, spots the second, has the angle. The transfer? No. Too much to ask. Goes high. Trying to make the cheeky, unexpected play. nearly brings it through. But that's a huge find for Lumen.
Kind of an incredible round. And just from a couple of a broken buy, at 5-7 in mid from Scrap, doing a lot. It felt like they were really stuck up there on Cat, Lumen. I mean, you saw Sakura and Kira there holding very, very tight angles, but reacting right when they needed to. Did get dropped, but still the bodies dropped as well for FlyQuest. Playing this a little differently than I've seen other teams in Impact playing this, and it's working well so far. FlyQuest have gotten like stuck in their own smoke, stuck in their own plays, just kind of waiting in mid was their deficit the last round, not doing anything punchy or flashy. I mean,
you can understand
shut down
it,
on B.
right? You're expecting the aggressive cat play to be the aggressive maneuvers, and then you're waiting to see if a counterpunch comes in, letting things settle in, and then boom, there's a player just flying out the longhouse. Ideally, you'd like to have some awareness of that, but was very nice timing coming through from Scraft. I mean, all that impact with a 5-7 is just ridiculous, right? Talk about value for money.
Writing smokes here.
Counter smoke. And again, someone just walks out the longhouse, completely uncontested. They're on the edge of the smoke. Vistaria won.
Oh.
A little bit of a hash of this. This might allow a chance to bomb plant, but they need this kill on the Opera. They will find it. Olya misses. We can't get it done in mid. That would have made this round very viable. But as it is, Number's going to be punched in. He can't go over the lip yet for Scrap. Also wait for teammates to get there. Goose Breeder, try and keep her at bay. Awkward fight here. Reposition right around the lip. Oh, don't know that you want to get utility up right here and now. And that's going to cost Goose. The Goose is cooked.
Goose is cooked. An incredible 3K from Sakura here. I mean, finding impact just as she did in the last map. Again, their CT side. They are catching FlyQuest off guard. Sneaking in through smokes. You saw Vistaria. There are too many angles, too many players on the T side to have to shoot at, but the information was given. The CTs rotated on over. They were able to shut it down. And maybe we will see something a little bit jumpier, a little bit flashier from FlyQuest. They have the Tech 9s in hands. The smoke's going out. It's a cat rush.
Oh boy, we're getting fast. We're getting quick. Olya demolished by it. That's an op that's going to be retrieved. Marie on the ping. Might not love that gun, but you know what? You're going to keep it. You earned it. Off those Tech 9 kills. Let's see if the kills can't come through. And uh-oh. Alarm bell sounding. You don't have long control. This is a save. It's not a fun save. This is a save. Especially with that re-smoke up. Cut your losses. Get out of here, Lumen. You don't have any of the positional control you need to get back into this. Oh, they're going to risk it. They're going to risk it. Vanessa wants to go through the smoke. Actually, exchanging positions here. Should have this. There's the kills. And it's all over. Now all those guns are lost. The economy's in shambles. And it's just a simple, straightforward catwalk. Cat rush. Sometimes you have to cut losses. You have to say, you know what? They got the better of us. We got to get out of there.
Gotta get fast. That's that pace change. Now it's in the hands of FlyQuest. Lumen have to play off of that. Oh, okay.
All right.
What an
that makes
entry.
Life a little easier. Oh, boy. Okay, we're just going to be exchanging ecos here. This one a force buy at the very least, but still, that's bomb now down in full control. That's one way to compensate for losing all the guns in the last is you come right back with sticks and stones and scouts and MP9s, and you punch him in the jaw. FlyQuest.
Well,
Spitting out some teeth here. But Vanessa and Bibian, can they somehow regain this? There's the first piece. First on the very long step to dental reconstruction. There's a few more molars to get back in there. Bibian gonna have to do some very precise work. Scout spotted. Get some information here. Vanessa really can't get out from behind these boxes. If anything, can create a distraction to try and set up a teammate. That's exactly what she does. Bibian nearly capitalizes. Still time. Vanessa, what can you cook?
Can she cook anything at all? Picking up an AK. No real information here for the CTs. Just have to wait for them to peek out at her. But it's Olia with her second scout kill of the game. Incredible. And you saw her cheer there, not able to pick up the AWP that was taken from her the previous rush round. But Lumen so quickly answering back with aggression of their own. And that's what you need to do to disrupt FlyQuest Red here.
We are fully locked into the Forced by Wars. I mean, this one's looking pretty dang good, frankly, for FlyQuest. But this is apparently just the way we're going now.
Yeah. No one can build up an economy.
Oh, there's an op for Emmy. That's nice. That'll work.
Oh, being a little bit more cautious, wary of the push from Lumen. Sight found there from Olia with the scout. So impactful with it last round. See if she can do it again. FlyQuest have mid control here. Just have to enter into some kind of sight. Mollied off of Cat. Marie trying to be that long lurk. Scrap, though, right around this corner. Could be able to catch them off guard. And she does. Grabs one very quickly. Emmy here with an op.
Yeah, you can't
and
risk
now
the
they're
bomb.
safely. Yeah, you can't risk that.
The bomb. If she dies there, the bomb falls forward, and then it's out of the doors, and you are in trouble. You could tell. This is what I'm talking about with the adjustment between being an aggressive rifler and being the opper, is you could see the initial instinct there from Emmy was swing in and trade. And then the realization was, oh, I have the bomb and an op. Okay, back away. Good overwrite of your own instincts. But now let's see if they can get out catwalk. Bibian trying to find some space. The lurk smokes. Get answered by Sakura. It's a really nice adjustment. And now smokes up in towards mid. They're providing you a bit of cover, but you need kills. You need kills. And Vanessa's trying to find that space. The opper trying to link up, but they're going to come through the smoke on her. And even if the first kill had landed, the trade would have been there. There's nothing doing. Now the op upgrade's available. Now the rifle upgrades are there. Lumen, they've got 6 rounds, and they've got money to build upon.
No more trading ecos quite yet. It's getting caught into circumstances that they can't control here, and Lumen acting against them. You can see it just a little more this map. Emmy's kind of transitioned into an opper. Like you said, last one, just can't go in and trade with an op. Sit back and wait for a teammate to be able to trade you. Flashes out, trying to see all the damage that they can do. And BB and Marie able to find them and get an upgrade for themselves. Kira kind of left at an awkward spot here on this A site. They have long control. FlyQuest have all of that, but still a little too wary to push up quite yet. Still lots of time on the board. I like keeping Goose there. And Lumen have been the ones to really push out any extremities as they can. You saw that out of Anubis. A bit of a fake smoke there. I like it. Just keeping the sight line, giving the information over to the team is going to keep Lumen away from B. That's where the bomb is going.
It's interesting, right? You're baiting with one of your rifles, one of your big pieces. It's kind of like using the queen to try and set up something on the chessboard, and it's going to work out. Oh, you caught in transition there on the AWP, and meanwhile, no one's here to defend. They just expect this to be an A-take. And why wouldn't they? The rifle's just made its way up on a very limited buy. And now, uh-oh, bomb's planted. We're on the wrong side of the map. What can we do about this? Maybe he can fight back to retrieve that all, but Goose is going to make it very expensive indeed. Goose Breeder not giving them anything easy. And this is going to be a 3rd round tacked on for FlyQuest, and well, we said they had a bank to build upon. That bank is going to be tested very early on for Lumen.
Yeah, making me eat my words. Maybe they are trading ecos. Maybe they are trading force bites so far. Very.
Dust2.
Almost. And it's just, yeah.
The magic of the map. Every round can get real scrappy if you want to play that way. And right now, that's what they want.
You a play by spawn kind of player, or are you a strat kind of player?
I mean, a balance of
Play
both
D
is
every
good.
round.
A balance of both is certainly good. But I mean, certainly Dust2 is the most spawn-based map in the game. You got to take your spawns. You have to take your spawns, especially with the op. If you've got one of those fast spawns, it's just such an advantage to get the early pick. You got to be hitting it. And that's where it is kind of fun to have it back in the pool, because we don't have a lot of that in modern Counter-Strike. And so having that different wrinkle, that different element that forces players to think about the map differently. Like right now, look at this B spawn. They could go for the fast B hitter, and there's a good chance that they beat that first player on towards the site. Instead, it looks like they're going to try and flash a player out long, which they've also got a decent spawn for that as well. So that's exactly the space that they're going to take. So they're going to opt for the long fight. And once again, the AWP is not making its way over, and Emmy on the other side certainly is. So Kira's down for the count, doesn't beat Emmy on the timing on that peak. And that's the power of the spawns, right? If you can take that space, if you can get there quickly, if you're that first spawn, good luck getting on the corner with an op on the other side.
Same cat hold won't work too well here, Lumen. Entire FlyQuest team just trying to take long by storm. Splash out just to get a little bit of a peek and a nice long range MP9 gunfight for Scraft. And that is mid cleared out. They have all the information that they need. FlyQuest making their way up long.
I like this adjustment though. I like that adjustment. I like saying, okay, we've lost long. We're gonna push out Cat. We're gonna gain this control. We're gonna kill the top mid player. And if we do that, that gives us the chance to actually go for this retake.
Yep.
Because if you can't, well, then you're stuck on Cat. You can't even really save. You can't fight. You can't do any of those things.
So hot on their tails here.
Emmy missing these shots. May not get any more opportunities. Flashbang to make it uncomfortable. Somehow still gets that shot chambered. But now Utility setting up the teammates. Didn't expect the second player out towards long. Still, she has done enough to give her squad the chance to fight, the chance to brawl. And this late adjustment from Bezdaria. I don't think they have the time to go for this. Not with that rotation around. Not with Olya glass cannon. Now they're risking the AWP on a glass cannon op. Olya is out of there. No way, no how. Teammates coming up long. They've been spotted. Kills starting to come in from Goose. And this is something that I've noticed with this Lumen team. We saw it consistently across Anubis. We're seeing it here on Dust2. I understand these situations are even numbers. It looks like the kind of round that you should be getting back into. There's certain realities beyond that. The lack of a kit, the lack of armor, the lack of util to get back through, and the risk that it poses to your half. I think Lumen could do with just a little bit more in terms of cutting their losses and keeping guns alive into the next.
A little save doesn't hurt anyone.
I mean, look, it's entertaining for us, so I'm not going to complain too hard. But I think that's probably the next wrinkle, because I've liked a lot of what they're doing from a calling perspective, from a space-taking perspective, from a response and protocols perspective. I think maybe just a little bit earlier on some of these save calls, and they'd get a lot more full rifle rounds up to show us these nice strats.
Just comes down to a lot more team experience on the side of FlyQuest. They know when to save. Saw a little bit of times last map that maybe they shouldn't have gone for a push in. But still, it was those heroic 1v3s or 1v2s that got them into OT in the first place. Now still moving their way, trying to make their way through long. Very wary of the buy from Lumen. They heard the op from Olya, know that it's saved. Want to play this safe. Don't want to get their economy too disrupted. The player spotted. No biggie. Time to start moving though. 40 seconds on the clock, and all the CTs are here. Lots of damage to be done.
Onto that flashbang out. Here they go. The flashbang catch. Well, yes. Yes, it did indeed. Not quite well enough. Bibion's vision clears. And now it could be all over. Somehow that shot doesn't land. Looked like it was dead on. A little bit of movement there. And Bibion will be the last one left standing in that exchange. So FlyQuest, again, getting a recovery here on Dust2, getting this back just within 1 round. Looking to close with an even half.
Yeah, it's incredible placement from BB on that round. Able to get around that flashbang, able to get around the CTs and close it out, but still. Lots of damage. It's rebuying, but still, it's the last round. Buy everything you can, and finally Lumen, no up on their side, but they have the rifles, they have a little bit of utility, but it just still feels like we haven't seen a full CT round from them just by how flippantly they have not been doing their saves, just like you said. Oh, a little bit of a party.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Traffic jam? Traffic jam?
Like who's going out first?
Emmy said, you know what? I don't want to. I got to set up util, actually. Change my mind. Change my mind. Trying to walk back up the down escalator. All right. Heavy util execute out towards long. We see this again from Lumen. You lose long control. You take catwalk. This time they haven't lost the body. They just know that the utility's out. So it's a decent crunch in towards mid. If they can catch Goose, maybe they can give themselves a numbers advantage. And FlyQuest are so patient and diligent about the way they set up util for these takes. Oh boy. Goose gets overwhelmed, but knowing that there's a double swing up catwalk, her teammates should accelerate. They should be going quick here, because the longer you wait, the more of a chance that there's actually a defense mounted. They've read this correctly. There's nobody here. But Emmy needs to get her eyes turned around. Emmy needs to get her eyes turned around towards long. Oh, a little late into this. Eventually on the corner. Does manage to get one, but there's the trade. Could have set up towards car, perhaps, giving herself a better chance at that. But still, her rifles could pay this off. They brought it down to a 2v2, and they've got good positions to defend from. They're turtled up on towards the site, but too quick back in this. These are the details we're seeing, where it's a player who's not used to playing as a primary upper. It's the small windows, the small changes, the margins can make a huge difference of getting your gun on the angle. You know, setting up the util for your team is great. That's wonderful, but you got to get the kills yourself. We'll be right back after this.
Like you're falling. Do you recognize that feeling? The demons under your ceiling. When everything hurts and nothing is healing. Yeah, I don't even wanna be awake, cause every second that I live is like a wasting. Can you help me start to replace all the memories that stand in my ways? You know what I really hate the most is that happens to me is like a ghost. It's so far away. I only wanna be okay. Tell me, why should I stay away? Probably get some sleep, but I just can't seem to set my mind at ease. I can find an escape. There are many doors that will take, but I can't make one of them become a way. So I'm drowning myself in media, cause I don't wanna face what I'm fearing, yeah. I am scared of fighting this alone. I've tried to turn on the light, but my demons know how to hide. Lately there is just no end in sight. Tell me, why should I stay away? If only dreaming can erase the pain. Tell me, why should I waste another minute staying in this critical phase? I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. Some better days. Some better days. I'm just praying for
And we are back into the second half here, Apples. We got a slim lead for Lumen. Hard fought there in the final rounds. The question is, can they make it happen here now that they're on the attack?
It's all that they want to do here. Baby on very, very close in tons. Pistol shots not landing as easily they may have did in previous rounds. No, FlyQuest playing at a health deficit and a player deficit here. Bomb has been spotted, though. To mobilize the troops in a way. Keep these Glocks from going anywhere quicker. Nice flash out for the tees. It's going to be Emmy grabbing those nice taps. And a third. Okay.
Bomb totally lost through the doors as well. That's the full confirm. That's a brilliant shutdown coming through from Emmy. What do you even do here? Now Lumen, these players are spotted, and Olya gets caught. Goosebreeder getting up in the aggression. Sakura knows. It's like, okay, well, there's no good choices anymore. Just where do you want to make your last stand? Where do you want to try and battle through? The drop down towards CT maybe be a little more appetizing, but everything's going to carry risks. So why not? Try it. Finesse it down. Every bit of damage would be phenomenal. Bomb can't be retrieved, but he's thinning the herd. Drags on, and Goosebreeder will not allow her the same success in that fight.
Quite easy angles there for FlyQuest to be able to hold on to. Lumen not doing anything as punchy as FlyQuest tried to that first round. The push where we saw Kira get that ace. So nice one to hold on to.
P250.
Yeah, we've seen that actually a couple of times there in their league matches, just so she could save extra to get that off.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting. Yep, quite.
Let's see if that haunts them. I don't mind it terribly, but an MP9 here would go a long way against these unarmored Glocks. And these just the Glocks, fortunately, so not too much danger in this round. But if Olya can get this bomb plant, well, okay, mission accomplished. Success. There's no kills, but that is a successful round for Lumen.
Emmy finds one with that P250.
There you go.
A little bit more money in the bank. A little bit more money for an op to go up against these Lumen buys coming up with that bomb plant. Lots of money for them to be spending on some AKs. Now, oh, and an op for Olya. Glass cannon once again. Does she dare? She does. She was able to save it on that CT side, running away from FlyQuest. Do you really need armor, Mike?
It's helpful. Olya does like the glass cannon, though. I mean, look, on an AWP, less so. But it's still winter. It's still cold out here. Bring a jacket. The last couple days, apparently enjoying the sun. BB on. Look at that impact off an MP9. A kill and a dink. Technically an even exchange, but Bezdaria is not going to be feeling like it. Very fortunate there's no more HEs to huck into lower right now. That is a serious trade possibility, and Goose will eventually find that.
Now, the round kind of dissected by FlyQuest here. Lumen kind of picking at flies. Bomb is making its way towards lowers. Kira and Olya trying to make their way through doors. Marie, though, has stationed herself here. You know about Olya. She has not made a noise with the op, but quite right there, she does. Marie at a battle against another weapon. Just gonna get out of there. Not letting her take the body.
Nice bit of maneuvering. We really haven't seen her be that limited by the apparent geographic disadvantage. Oh, no. That flash took the wrong bounce off the shutter. She's not going to feel so good. And here's that flank up. Goodbye. Off. Goodbye, Olya. Sakura was an absolute monster on Anubis. Still has been a very heavy hitter here on D2. But a little bit more limited in the room to rumble. Bomb plant would be a miracle. That's the first. But off on the line. Emmy ain't missing.
We'll have to see if the CT op is working a bit better than their T side. So far, Lumen getting caught in every possibility that is possible for them. The assist and the clearing from FlyQuest just almost proving that they're a more conjoined team right now. Lumen just kind of flying by the seat of their pants here with this buy, though. Tech 9s and flashes. I'm running into lower here. Trying to take control of mid very early. Splash into mid, though. Could be able to take some TT control, but you can see FlyQuest have already postured their eyes here. I mean, looking down, but that smoke could keep them from falling. BBN with a lot of damage towards this mid. Does not want to get ran over by these Ts. Nice molly damage. Oh, double entry into sight. Sakura has to plant this bomb and...
Oh boy.
Okay, Olia. That's a Glock kill.
Secret agent maneuver there. Again, FlyQuest consistently struggling against these Eeks. Marie, do you risk the smoke or do you worry about the flank? Because Olia's coming. Just a Glock. But now, you've been rumbled. The awareness is there. Marie, let's get that kill. Olia going back. Gives them the chance to actually go for this retake. Emmy through the choke. Here they go. Emmy down for the count. Marie, not capable of the clutch. Good attempt there. But again, a limited buy, limited weaponry. Pistols coming out and Lumen snatching one they had no business in being in.
No business at all, but still, like you said, it's the ecos. Time and time again, FlyQuest are getting overrun by the other team's plays. They have a bit of a buy, though. Both teams, full buy. Let's see how the ecos aren't working here. A leg there from Olia, trying to get that long peek with the op, but Blue Spirit now playing at 21 health. Making up towards mid. I guess just trying to not get overrun by these Ts, but their pause and their pull, it's been incredible so far. Second half is looking like a much different Lumen so far. Nice flash out. Emmy not going to be able to hit any heads quite yet. That's the information. That's where the opera is. That's what Lumen needed to know. Smoke's coming through for CT. Maybe a B crunch.
It is indeed. And look at the lack of util here from FlyQuest remaining, right? They don't have a lot to stall this out. That's the last smoke deployed. They've got one more molly back of sight. Giving them some time, waiting for exactly that boost back up. Goose Breeder gives it to him and Scraff punishes. It's not his B-site defenders. They got to get it done. They got to get it done. And Vanessa is not going to be able to do so. Bibian is so compromised. But plays her numbers, drops the bomb, gets the op, slips away. And now time is an issue. 30 seconds, though. That pinch on in allows FlyQuest players to get back around here. And that bomb has to get out of the doors. There's just no time. There's no time for this. And Scrap will be run down by Marie. What a play from Bibian. Not just getting those 2 kills, but giving her teammates the time to cook.
I'm the cook it has. I mean, incredible here. The MP9 close up doing a lot of damage, almost getting out alive, but still allowed the time for FlyQuest to kind of maneuver their way in there. However, we can't discount Scraft on that double entry that she had on there. The shots were so clean. The heads were just where they needed to be, and she was able to shoot them. Very impressively. Lumen, I mean, they were down a round.
Flashman to set this up. There's a flash from Bibi. There it is. Now they swing in. Yep. Clean up on aisle long. Easy as. Very comfortable coming through from FlyQuest. That's exactly how you want to play that. Textbook Counter-Strike there on that little ping pong peak.
That's how you hold long.
Love a clean long hold.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than you try and throw that flash, you accidentally flash your pit player, then they're forced in, then you get swung, and it all falls apart. But timing is good. Kills are as well. Goose tagged up on that HE. They know this aggression's coming through. That's a nice read from Lumen, hearing the noise, knowing that FlyQuest like to deploy this, presumably.
They just had to use a little bit more util and power to clear out tons. Pushed up.
It's a big risk. Vanessa down. Now they have to adjust and trying to cross back over to address B. This is the problem with that setup. It was risky, and now the risks are coming home to roost. Big problem. That's why those forward setups in the B tunnels can be dangerous. As soon as you lose that player who's all the way pushed up, well, you're also pushed up in towards mid. So then I think it was Emmy tries to get back around to address the B control, gets clipped by the AWP crossing the doors, and the tower of cards comes crumbling down. Huge round for Lumen. Huge punish on. It looked like they recognized what FlyQuest were looking to do, and they found the perfect punish for it.
There was a line that Bardolph said a little bit early during the South American best of 3. He said, "Falls to pieces like a dog into a Jenga tower."
Yeah, I don't think Noodle would be very good at playing Jenga. Not very dexterous. Fine motor skills need tuning. Although, you know, saying that, he is very good at taking treats from small children who tend to wrap their whole fist around the treat instead of, you know, opening the hand. He's good at that. So maybe he's got some Jenga skills.
Aw. I don't know if dogs really know how to play Jenga.
Well, that's an Air Bud movie I'd like to watch. The most boring of the Air Bud movies. Do you know what Air Bud is? Is this a dated reference? Yes, I know what Air Bud is. Okay, good. Okay,
I'm old enough to know what Air Bud is.
Do they still make Air Buds?
I don't know. I'm not that young.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I just know I'm old, and occasionally I make a reference, and it dates me.
We both got dated there.
If you don't know what Air Bud is...
Ooh, you have a lot of watching ahead of you.
Go find a VHS tape. Good luck.
It's easier to find a tape than it is to find a player that actually works anymore.
There's no rule that says a dog can't play ESL Impact. Or Jenga, I guess, is where we were going with this. Could you click a mouse without thumbs? It'd be a little tough to control on the aiming.
Okay.
This is what happens when slower rounds happen. Come on, let's get some action here. Get me off this thread. Nice flashbang. Goose pushed off the angle, but won't be punished just yet. So Sakura tucks back in. Doesn't want to get bopped on the nose. Out towards the mid doors. Sets up a smoke. Goose taking the tight angle. Now that Sakura's cleared it, and that works out beautifully. Great adjustment from Goose. And that flashbang's missed. The second one deployed. They keep missing. But at least this time, Scraft can get the swing. Still, time's becoming an issue. 30 seconds. They've got to come out here. Vanessa needs to get active. Big first kill. Follow-up as well. Bomb dropped. It's chaos. No chance through. That little adjustment from Goose, dodging the initial flash and then slipping back in by the doors, just completely thwarts what Lumen is trying to pull off.
Yep. Mind games are being played now on FlyQuest. Exactly what they need. I mean, they got the trade, but still the numbers weren't there. All the B players were still up. Goose able to take control of the situation. Everything that you needed and more. You got Olia back on the op. Not glass cannoning at this time, but still this long control taken from FlyQuest. They get caught out here. The MAC-10's doing a lot of work, but util being thrown at Marie, getting her tested. Kira with a double. That is a long hold taken away from FlyQuest. Evian very, very close up. That smoke not completely there. Nice flash, and Olia is able to trade it back. Left alone, pinched in between two nerves, and just kind of keeping her busy here. Bezdaria trying her best. She pulled off Heroic's last round with the FAMAS, now an M4. She's just getting thrown into a corner, saying, nope, can't do anything.
Found the one spot that wasn't on fire here in Spawn. That's nice at least. But yeah, the chances of actually getting back into this are impossible. So Vanessa's going to cut bait. And this is where we're going to see the save come through. So Lumen going to close this gap to just 1. They're going to give themselves a chance to make a run at this, to close this down still in regulation as well. And once again, you know what this is starting to feel a lot like?
What?
Anubis in reverse. We're getting a close nail biter of a game.
I like it. It's a good way to start off the Impact season.
It is. Starting to feel like we might need some more rounds here. Might not have enough in regulation. 24 might not be enough.
I don't think production will be happy with you saying that.
Well, you know, unfortunately, so the Counter-Strike goes.
I mean, FlyQuest, they proved it to us with their eco buys. Previous rounds, they were going back and forth a lot in the first half. Still able to get a couple rifles on some of their players, I would presume here. Vanessa has already bought one up, but tack timeout.
Interesting. This is the first one for FlyQuest. You think about how early they were deploying them on Anubis as they looked for answers, as they tried to solve things, right? This is the first time where, you know, presumably Sheikh Sulas felt like he needs to weigh in, which means that outside of this, they felt pretty comfortable about the way things were going, which makes sense. It sort of follows the pattern. But here's where you want to course correct. Here's where you also want to figure out, okay, are we risking the money here or are we playing the long game? Are we conceding 11 to try and close this 13-11? And if so, where are we putting Vanessa to maybe tip the balance in this round? And that's the choice that they've made. So that is a tough choice to make. They are risking a lot here. BB's going to keep the money healthy as well so that the AWP can come into play that next one. Oh my, but they might have called the shot right. They might have called the shot right. Can they catch anybody off here? Player in the doors? No. Out towards the dumpster? Yes. Besdaria, though, good for the kill. Straight it out after just 1. Can they pin this off in towards the doors? Battling through, though. They've swapped it. Scraft is in with the rifle. You think you're running down an op with those pistols? No. We got a spray down in the doors here from Scraft. And meanwhile, Olya has gotten away clean.
Kira's left doors. The bomb is still here. Lumen want to fight this. Want to take back some map control away from the pistols. Vanessa has already completely moved her way, and that's the rifle out of contention. Soccer able to find that. Just looking to do some damage now. E250 in hand from Goose Breeder. 3 of the T's still sitting in long doors, have not rotated off of this. Afraid of what FlyQuest can do when they double push this. Well, they run away. Running in through mid. They know that it's clear. Sakura just cleared it. Vanessa, the only player with the rifle, is gone. Now Marie and Goosebeat are left with just a smoke to their name and an AK picked up from Besdaria.
Yeah, it's about the save now. It's about the save. It's not fun. But you got to do the discipline thing sometimes. You got to eat your vegetables if you want to be healthy. Sometimes the save is that. Marie might want to get back onto that other rifle. If there's a possibility to do so.
It's being camped,
important things. Taking that AK over, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Not likely that they'll be allowing that. So instead, maybe Marie is just being the flare, I guess, attracting attention from the T-Rex that is Scraft here on the hunt. Oh boy, and Goose cleans up the other two. So now, all right, AK's in the wrong spot. You got that kill, Scraft, but you are not taking this AK away from Goose.
Ooh, an op.
All right, that's a nice upgrade. That's a good prize.
That
so this
is something.
This is the round.
Yeah. Who's going to secure OT first?
If FlyQuest win this, we're still brawling. If Lumen win this, that might just be the map, and we're looking at 3. Because the money will be in the toilet, presumably, for FlyQuest. A lot on the line here. A lot of pressure on. Vanessa gets that smoke up at the perfect time because this was looking like it was just going to be a fast B play, and it still might be. There's no second option here. There's no mid presence. There's no long lurk. This is a B pop. When in doubt, run it out. Fast B play. It's how we started this map. It looks like it's how we're going to finish it. But Vanessa's not blind. Gets the first. Traded out, but sets up Bibian. She'll keep the numbers advantage here, flying through the door. That is ambitious from Bibi. Had the numbers for her teammates. Tries to get a little bit more. And in vying for that space, might have actually put her team in a bad spot here. Nade onto Marie. Do they want to go for this? Do they want to try and keep the money alive for the next? Olya's just pushed off the angle. Now they're in. But Olya can shut this all down. Can't squeeze the trigger. Can't get off a shot. So I think the numbers back on the other side. Meat phases through in the smoke. This gets so weird. They know there's players' windows. Do they realize that they've completely swapped spots? Where do they read this last player? Heavy gets caught. They have no clue. They have no info. And actually, the chaos works against them. Marie needs to get on the bomb. Needs to just go for the stick. Is going to do so, but there's no world where Sakura will be allowing that. Map point found. No gun save. No survivors for either side. But now FlyQuest are up against it as they face down the prospect of a third.
Oh, no. Oh, no, is what FlyQuest is saying in their heads right now. Bit of a blender of a round. It feels like they switched spots for a second in that retake there.
I mean, she's been great for so much of this map. That's a mistake from Bibian. That's trying to play hero ball and make a move ahead of your teammates on the retake to end it right then and there. Whereas if you get that first kill and step out that window and wait for your teammates to get there so you can play the 4-on-3 retake, that gives them a much better chance at it. That is trying to take over. And it's a huge risk. And now you see the result. There's a scout. There's 3 MP9s. There's 1 A4 out here. There's limitations on the util. There's no mollies. There's 2 smokes. This is not a great round for FlyQuest. So what are they going to show? They can't just play a default. They can't just play this like it's any old standard round. They need to get antsy. And Bibion's going up tunnels. That's one way. You make a mistake. Okay, solve it. Go out there. Take command. Show us why you wanted to go back through those doors and brawl. And Bibion's trying to do exactly that here in lower.
Lumen not giving them anything easy either. Taking it very, very slow. Want to get FlyQuest antsy. Want to get them unsettled for what is to come. A smoke falling through. Marie, the only one on site. Emmy. I mean, rotating on over, but how much can you do with the scout? However, look at this. Vanessa very pushed up in tons. Her and BB able to take down one. Newspaper with a very labored spray and a Sakura kill. It's going to be Lumen taking their sights.
It is, but you've got the op on the angle. This could get real weird. Marie tucked behind the boxes as well. One more flashbang. That's all the way on the other side of the map, and it is just a scout, right? So that's a little less impactful than it perhaps could have been. Marie, though, catches players with the util in hand, can't finish the kills. Ooh. Nade finds Emmy, and we are looking at a third, unless Vanessa and Bibian can find a miracle here. Bibion's got that AK. There's a kit as well, so there's some time to play with here, but there's not a lot of util. There's one flashbang to get them out this choke point. They're gonna have to shoot their way out. Sakura. The first. It all falls to Bibi. Mollied up. She has to risk this at some point. She has to brave it. Here comes the flash. Here comes the play. One chance. Can't miss a bullet here. And they're not giving her an inch. They're not giving her a fight. Lumen are playing this perfectly, and there's just no time. There's no chance. There's no opportunity. Lumen close it 13-11. They snatch a map away. The map pick of FlyQuest claimed, stolen, and now we are going the distance. We are going to our third. We're going to Mirage.
Wow. Incredible from Lumen. They must be feeling so good right now. 13-11 win. Not even bringing into OT. Not 2 maps. It's going to be a little shaky for them if they're not able to get them out of the gate.
I want to throw some asterisks on for FlyQuest Red. Okay. I'm sure they would appreciate it. They've got a player playing from Europe. That's never fun.
Yes.
That's your new player as well. She's adapting to a new team, adapting to a new scene, adapting to new strats, and having to play with high ping. That's tough. So caveat that for Marie. Perfectly fine. You're adapting to a new old caller. You're shifting some things around. You're reworking the way that you want to play. You've got a new coach, or who was your assistant coach or promoted coach. There's changes taking place. Yeah. All that being said, FlyQuest have done that in previous seasons. They've played with players from Europe. They've had all these issues before. The difference was when they had sloppy mistakes, when they had issues, no one was capable of consistently punishing them. This Lumen team is playing so well. They're punishing the mistakes. They're making their own moves. And Marie, trying to make a move of her own, will get shut down immediately. Kira ain't missing here, and those kills are quick. They're fast, they're furious, and with the con player down, Sakura has just ended any chance of this retake. It would take a miracle for Bibian to get back into this. It's going to be the ace clutch required. And without a kit, without a chance, this one feels like it should be impossible.
Maybe 1 or 2 kills around the site, but still, Lumen,
I love the
so
respect.
deep. Yeah.
They're giving her so much respect on this space. They're not giving her a chance to get into this. There is a kit down on towards site, so that would have made life a little bit easier. With nobody peeking, you just got to get a parting gift here for Bibian and get out of there. That's a really nice play. Great discipline from Lumen. The number of teams at every level of competition that in a 5-on-1 pistol round like that would get a little over eager to hunt down that last frag. Love the discipline. Love the call. No one peek. We're locking this thing in.
Well, Bibian is a headshot hunter. She is the one that you need to be afraid of on FlyQuest right now. She has proved it. Last 2 maps, I think top fragging that last one, almost top fragging that first map. She's the one with the firepower in her gun. So, gotta be a little bit afraid of that. And with the bomb plant and a win. Some Galeals and MAC-10s. FlyQuest only a smoke to their name and that armor that Bibian came out of the last round with. Seen crazier things happen, but a lot of respect to the FlyQuest right now. Lumen taking it very slow with their space taking.
Yeah, this one would be pretty crazy. If they go up catwalk, if they smoke con and go up catwalk here, that's when the trap springs. That's what FlyQuest are praying is going to happen. Marie gets rumbled. That might cook some further in. Vistaria is wondering. Haven't seen much. Wary that it might be a trap. Great awareness right now, and if they work their way up con, it's just Bibian who could be a problem here. P250, that one set of armor. Oh my goodness, it's just Bibian, but Bibian might be enough. Sets up Goose Breeder for that last as well. Oh my god. Have they actually done this? You said you've seen wilder things. This one's getting pretty wild and weird, and it's just one player to try and salvage. Vistari was the first point of contact, and Apps was cautious about it. But her teammates still managed to step on the mousetrap that was Bibian's P250. And that might have just been enough.
Wait.
But we're not done. 15 seconds, though. There's just no time. There's no time to spare. There's no time for this. And Vanessa is going to show why. Oh, my God. How have FlyQuest done this?
Bit of a jump scare you saw Daria have. Vanessa popped out of her corner. But yeah, I have seen crazier things happen last season. They did have a full USP round that they were able to win, but Bibian being the clutch factor here. Not even a clutch, just able to get those 2 farming kills with the P250 saved over, the armor, keeping her alive for the second one, setting it up for Goose Breeder, just like you said. FlyQuest very quickly even it up for them. Putting Lumen on a hero rifle buy. They have all the utility in the world. The rifles to match. Still playing this very respectively. Both teams kind of wary, peeking out anywhere. Demon with a nice
find.
Yeah, that's a nice find.
That was a player out in the middle of towards B, so they got very aggressive there, Lumen. And all right, now they're taking this space. Sakura getting that. Makes things interesting. They're trying to end this on A. Bomb's making its way over. There's controlling towards mid, but Emmy catching the first. It clears up the sight lines here, and now Vanessa's unexpected under the bow. So bomb drop. The Fangs are taken out of this round, but damage certainly still a possibility. And actually, with 50 seconds to play, those Fangs are right back out. They regrew them like sharks. There's blood in the water right now. Vanessa and Emmy cannot afford to let this slip. This would be devastation, disaster.
Well, yeah.
Making it uncomfortable. Here comes that crossfire, though. An adjustment from under the belt. This is a different angle now. Emmy finds the contact. Vanessa's now got the eyes on the right position. It won't even be required. Emmy does it all herself.
Incredible takeout from FlyQuest. Would have been, like you said, devastating if they lost that round to Lumen. But still, they were able to do a lot of damage onto them. Dropping 3 rifles away from FlyQuest. It just feels like they haven't quite gotten slowed yet. Lumen still have the fire beneath their wings. Still know that they could probably close this out. 2-1. You said in pre-show. Just have to get the right formula against this FlyQuest squad. They know how to play Mirage. They haven't played against Lumen quite yet. First pick onto Emmy, Vanessa, and Sandwich. Able to pick out 2. Bezdaria of the quick peek to find 1, but still, Emmy there. Mainstay. Quick 3rd round for FlyQuest.
Very good signs to get Emmy going early. You know, get some of these multi-kills going against some of the lighter buys, get that juice flowing, that confidence up. Because we saw, I mean, certainly on Anubis, she was taking over the map so often. Such an impact player. And even on Dust2, still having a strong performance. But we saw some of those moments of discomfort with the new role. We saw some of those moments where caught with utility in transition, caught not quite on the angle, not quite comfortable in the post, not quite in the same position. Just the little things that are going to happen when you're taking on a new role and when you're developing that skill set a little bit more. Nothing that was catastrophic, but certainly everything's easier, as anyone who's ever played Counter-Strike will tell you, when you get the kills early. And the confidence is just flowing right off the bat. And you're feeling the peaks and all that. So it's a nice sign for FlyQuest that gets going very quickly.
Well, you always look for a good entry fragger. So far, Sakura being the one on the team to take the fights head on first. Who's gonna get the kill when the smoke clears? It's gonna be Goose Speeder tucked into her little hole window. Now BB grabbing one of her own, just picking them off one by one. Lumen getting dismantled and looking like they're trying to end A here now, but you see how quickly Vanessa has pushed up here. Be able to get this. She has the angle right. Quickly traded. Olia down to 10 health. They still want to fight this. They still want to make it happen. Oh, the CTs have rotated their way in. Crossfires have been set up. It's going to be hard to fight through when you only have a lurk smoke. A flash is going to try and help, but still. Speeder, the shots are there. Bomb is dropped, and the double comes through for FlyQuest.
Yeah, that setup was just too strong. As soon as the third player gets in towards Ticket, what was already looking like a low margin round becomes a nigh impossibility. Nice play from FlyQuest. Really nice stabilizing round from them. Get some money going. Just make it clean. Uncontested, realistically. Now you've got cash. You've got 2 players on 5K plus. You got money in reserve. You're up against the pistols in this one. We've seen enough of these pistol rounds get tenuous that, you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But it's looking good. Fast play in towards B. Here they go. Marie dumping the util, trying to stay alive. Set up her teammate, BB on. And what BB on will collect off of the Molotov. Looking for more. Want to be on the other side of this rifle. She is lethal, but, well, a stack of kills, and it's enough from BB. 3 is, in fact, enough.
Rushes just aren't coming through for Lumen quite yet on their T side. You saw them so eagerly kind of swapping the eco rounds against each other on Dust2, and it doesn't feel like that same thing has quite happened yet for Lumen. Now, finally on a full buy, Olia on the op. Maybe we'll see something a little bit different, but FlyQuest have made it known that this is their map, and you're gonna have to fight them tooth and nail if you want to try anything different. Now, very, very quickly fighting for mid space. It's taken by FlyQuest.
Look at the space being allowed on towards B, though. They could just rock on out right now. The double push up catwalk. Okay, well, they're coming back. Window might be closing. And Lumen, gotta hope that their fingers aren't going to be caught in the windowsill as it does. And Vivian working together here. Just going to be Bibby. Bot out towards Van. Unexpected there with the player under window. The smoke sections this up. Miss window smoke. Or was it intended? No, of course it wasn't intended. You don't love that. Don't miss your window smokes.
You have a foolproof lineup that will work every time. But it only works if you know how to do a W jump throw without a bind.
You know, it's a low bar, but it does trip a lot of people up.
It does. It really does. And still make their way onto the site. Big.
Expect to be down here. Nope. Trade it at the very least. There's a possibility here, but that bomb needs to be planted, and you've lost your guardian angel. Just trying to race to get this planted down. The nade goes a little too deep, so Olya gets a chance here at this 1v2, and they're both coming from the same angle. Smoke up, flash up. Just trying to make something happen here. They haven't actually gotten out the choke points. And now Olya posted towards the E-box. If they swing together, this could be tough. Bot, one shot out of the air. Vanessa's out the angle. No health, but it's an op on the other side. So that may not be the difference maker. Olya dancing around these smokes, and Vanessa finds the shots she needs. 10-second defuse, but there'll be time enough for it. And FlyQuest keep this run of rounds going. This is looking more like the FlyQuest we expect.
That's what you can kind of expect when it's a Mirage last map. This map for centuries, years.
Centuries?
Thousands of years, yeah.
Yes, FlyQuest in the Renaissance era, spotted here in this tapestry with a Mirage mid-push.
Ah, yes, yes.
It's one of the earliest examples of golden era Renaissance art.
Oh, good lord.
Well, sometimes it's tried and tested because it's good. That's what a lot of people would say about Mirage. Let's find out. Smoke's fading here on Con. We might get our contact soon. Lots of players here. Goose. Looking to meet him.
Ooh,
He
nice
popped.
clear.
Oh, that's a nice combo. Nice sequence. Molly to make sure a player's not too close. Nade into the smoke, and boom. You got yourselves a player advantage.
Ooh, okay. The waiting time proved well for Emmy there. Now it's just the extremities. Players are gone. Scrapped. Wow. Hot on the tails. Able to find 2 for herself. Down to 11 health. 1v3. Bomb is all the way in TV.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard round to win. But, I mean, she has an AK. Could be able to find these head taps if she needs to. Finds one on Emmy. That's one. But BB close behind. Able to close it out for FlyQuest. They're not dropping him around quite soon.
I'd say at least there's some damage there, but we're past the point of that mattering a whole lot. There's plenty of cash available for FlyQuest. It's a 7-1 scoreline. Lumen, you got to get stuck in. It's been such a good series from you. This is where we need to see them dig deep and drag this half back into the realm of possibility, because it would be disappointing after the absolutely titanic effort we've seen across 2 maps. I'm going to run out of steam here and now. That is one of the edges you have when you have experience, right?
Nope.
The long games, the tough games, the draining games. You've been here. You've done that. You've seen this kind of battle before. And Vanessa through the fire and the flame. She'll carry on. Teammates so low. Look at the health. And now they're wiped off the board at 2-on-2. But Bibian is ready for the brawl. Caught with Util. That's the best way to take her out of play. But she can't shoot back. So it falls to the new girl. It falls to Marie. What can she do? Well, when they're not looking the right way, that makes it a lot easier. Goodbye, Sakura. Oh, we got 8 rounds for FlyQuest.
Yeah, but an incredible round from Kira, just trying to clear out the site. FlyQuest just so quick to respond. You get a 3K there. Quickly traded out, but still. Saw her a lot more on Anubis, getting a lot of multi-kills, but Vanessa here, like you said, in the fire, able to find the kills and Getting caught off guard, trying to find other corners. When you haven't been winning a lot of rounds in a row, you're a little bit more nervous to where the CTs could be hiding. Ooh. I threw the smoke that you can't nade. The new tech there.
New tech. Bulletproof smoke. It's actually going to be a $700 smoke that you can throw that you can't pop. New detail. Gaiman leaked it to me.
Oh, good.
He sent it through my brain. Oh! Bezdaria! Plucking one out of the window. Vivian out of play, and she has been a monster so far this map. But uh-oh, that's the bomb. That's the bomb! So, okay, you might have the sight, but what profit you the sight if you loseth the bomb? How are you going to get back to this one? Emmy's got the angle. Got the line with the AWP. How do you get out of this? Crossfire, well, you shoot your way out. That's how. Marie trying to find this flank. It might just catch Sakura looking the wrong way again. Vanessa, no more utility to stall this, so they're going to go brawl back in, but Marie's taking up her post, filling the vacuum left by Sakura. And Vanessa knows this is just stall tactics. Oh, no. Position revealed. So now Vanessa has to fight. Can't just stall to set up her teammate, and they don't hesitate for a moment. Gotta be Marie again. And this time, there's two on the other side. Oh, first peek on the second. Confirmation on the next. Sakura may be allowed the bomb plant. Does Marie go around the world for this? No. Commits back in. Takes the line. Wants to put the doubt in the mind of the reposition. Sakura had to take eyes off the angles, but there's the confirmation. First nade out. Sakura wide of it. It won't find its mark. It has to be with the guns, and still Marie brings it through. What a clutch for the new gamer, for the new fragger, for the 17-year-old potential star.
Star in the making she is. 2 rounds, she's able to clean it up for FlyQuest. I mean, this round lead has been incredible from them so far. Not been coming without any casualties by way of Lumen. Kills are still on their side, but the closeouts are just where they lack the luster. Finally, with AKs in hand, utility at their feet to throw. Trying to find something in that mid window. Repositioning here. They are going fast up con. Trying to spot something, but Emmy too quick with it, able to find them through the smoke.
It's a nice piece to take early on before those smokes bloom. Kira denied by the Molotov. Talking to the teammates, staying vocal about it. A little bit of a pause in the action here as the bomb groups up. Gives me a moment to say nice things. Vanessa has played very well on this map so far. Playing under Belk, on top of the Belk. It's been a quieter series for her. In particular, on Anubis, had a lot of struggles in that A main fight. But here on the balcony has found a place of a lot of comfort, and Goose under here to join. Is the second player going to be expected? Flashbang to set up the swing. Smoke to give some cover. Goose slips out. Goose slips out. Ooh, doesn't quite have the shot, though. This is awkward. I don't know how Kira found that spacing. But there's no way they're going to expect Vanessa to be here, too. Kira's wise to it. Kira's watching. But still going to get caught? No! Olya actually swapping into that spot gets the kill. Kira was long since down. But the bomb is dropped once again. It falls to Sakura to be the hero. And through the smoke into the crosshair of Bibian. It's not going to happen. This is turning into a slaughter here, Apples.
Kind of unfortunate for Lumen, considering how well they played their first 2 maps and now forcing FlyQuest into a third. FlyQuest have not lost a series. They've only lost maps, and I don't think they want to go out this early in the season with a loss of a series. Honestly, they're playing like it. Playing like they just want to get this round, this win over with. They want to go back. But still, Lumen very, very quickly up. Cat could stand to do a lot of damage, but Bibian able to find that first one. Marie very close in tandem, finding one of her own, but there's 3 Ts on the site. 3 heads you have to shoot. She finds one, switch it on over to the sidearm. Not gonna work out for her. You're finding it now quickly. 2v3. GTs have to retake. The bomb has not even been planted. It's down on site.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Emmy had to put a shot through a teammate's leg. Actually, might have kept a bench player alive for a moment longer. But now it comes into the 1v1. When does Sakura try and punch in the numbers? Still has lots of time to cook here. Can throw fakes, can throw baits, wants that duel for the moment. Actually fighting forward. Emmy's ready for it, but it's all going to be a question of timing. Ooh. Who looks where? When? How? Footstep given up. Sakura. Ooh. The turnaround. The knife out. Sakura might have this. Emmy is given all the space. Do you keep pressing forward or do you go back?
She may have her here.
Risk. Emmy has no idea. Sakura has been reading this every step of the way. A tracker, a bloodhound on the scent, off barrel spotted, and it's over. A second round found at the least. We'll be back after this. In for what could be a very brief second half. Lumen are painted into a corner here, and we have seen some incredible things from them tonight in this series. But now we need to see the most incredible thing of all, a comeback from a 10-2 half. They got to go quick, and FlyQuest are just trying to hit the killing blow right here. Fast play in towards B. Players are ready to receive them, and Kira will connect again. We've seen her be impactful on these pistols. Need it once more. only going to get the one kill. So numbers advantage onto FlyQuest. Bomb planted as well. And this flank from Sakura, well, it may not have much front to work off of.
No frills by from them as well. Just armor, no kit in play. They have to get these kills. Goosebeater at the close angle, but Sakura finding 2 of her own very quickly. 1v2. Olia, the last one to come out of market. Too many players to shoot at, and FlyQuest find their 11th. Not quite keeping the winning streak alive since they lost that last round of last half, but still. Great way to set themselves up. Now, Lumen, they have to make a decision here. Are they forcing up here, or are they conceding to having to go all the way? They want to get it back into OT. Give a pause. May have something happening here behind the scenes, but a bit more of a thinking time for Lumen. Figure out their next point of action.
I'm gonna guess this is a check. Gonna guess this is a technical issue. I would be surprised if you come out and go, well, we lost one pistol. Time to call some timeouts. Seems like we got a little bit of an internet issue coming on here, so hopefully that'll be resolved quickly. I do want to say, heaping some flowers on, one more time. Obviously, this map has not gone to plan, but we've still seen a lot of strength from Sakura as an individual. Very excited to see what Sakura can do this season on this roster, because we've had 3 really high impact maps, and it's just been consistent across the board. And that is, I mean, when you consider who she's shooting against on the other side, that is something to brag about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It just come down to team experience as a whole. I mean, Lumen, they have all been on ESL Impact. They've played the distance, done 3 map best of 3s, but FlyQuest, they kind of have a leg up on that, having made it to finals, have a bit more stamina in their veins to make this one happen. Bit more stamina.
A little bit more staying power. Been
A little
here,
bit more.
done that. Not strangers to the cheeky quad overtime, apparently. So
Oh, gosh.
we know they've got the energy resolves to play a lot of Counter-Strike. And it does feel like throughout the night we've seen them get stronger as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, that Dust2 slipping away from them. But I think in the same way that Anubis probably should have been a map for Lumen, I think that if you take the full weight of things, outside of a few mistakes, FlyQuest probably should have been able to close D2. And so we've seen mistakes from both sides. We've seen those errors, but now, obviously, FlyQuest dialed in here on Mirage as the scoreline reflects.
They're locked in. They are locked in. They want to get this map over with. They feel heavy after the mistakes they made, like you said, on Dust2. They're just ready to get this done. So, Mike, I have a question for you.
Okay, hit me.
Yeah. Do you own a lint roller?
I do.
You do? Okay. That's very rare to find people that own lint rollers.
Why is that rare?
I don't know. I feel like every time I need one and I ask someone for it, they never have it.
I don't always travel with a lint roller, which is probably a mistake. I trust that green rooms will have lint rollers, but it's probably a mistake to risk that. Yeah. But I do have one. It's a reality of having 2 pets, and one of whom is a very fluffy, very white cat, is that if I ever want to wear black clothing, I had better keep a lint roller handy.
Very interesting and necessary conversation for us to have in that tech timeout.
Yeah, we bring you the important info here on ESL Impact. Goosebeater brings you the important frags, and look at that. The A site defense is gone. This round is over. Series point is about to get locked in by FlyQuest, and there is realistically nothing that Lumen can do about it.
Goosebeater's already beaten the smoke that the CT's thrown down, just making money at this point with the Mac 10. Do something nice, and she does. Oh yeah, answering it back, though, is able to find one headshot there, but she's quickly, very, very quickly getting looked at.
I think Marie just flicked 2 Bibion out there in jungle. Just swinging back and forth with the Mac 10 jumping through the shutter. Why not? All right. 10 bites at the apple to close this map out. To close this series out. To take the dub. Look, this is FlyQuest getting pushed
Bites at the
far
apple.
more than we are used to seeing. But... You never heard that? Take another bite at the apple?
Like that. Why are they biting me?
It's like bobbing for apples.
No, yeah, but like...
Get another chance. Oh, because you're the I didn't...
I am... My name is Apple.
I didn't put that one
You know
together.
that?
Yeah.
He forgot my name. That's crazy.
I did.
Huh. Crazy co-caster here. But something else a little bit crazier, Olia.
If you start a
Nah, it's not that
podcast, you
crazy.
should call it Bobbing with Apples.
Oh, I like that. Something else I
Great
like
ideas
is
out here.
Olia forcing it up again and again. Glass cannoning the op. It does grant her a kill. And we're not the team advantage quite yet. Goosebreeder trying to do as much damage as she can on this B side. We've seen her do this a couple times in League, and it works out for her. Grabbing 2 kills so far, and the A site taken. Only line of defense there is scrapped.
The crazy thing is, mid's open, right? So she's been so wary this whole time, and there's just no possibility. It's all onto Olia. All onto Olia. 1v3 with the AWP. Creeps out the first angle. Puts a shot through the box, but tagged up. Still finds the frag on a tap player. Swinging out, though. Emmy on the off angle. There's just no chance. As tentative, as tenuous as those first 2 maps were, well, it's comfortable, it's clean here on Mirage. FlyQuest Red showing why they are still the heavy favorites on this season of ESL Impact. Still, Lumen were cooking